Hello, good morning. Morning.
Hello, all right?
Yeah, great, are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, thanks.
And hello to everybody that's watching. Welcome to You Garden TV with myself, Shaun, and the lovely Bex.
Thank you very much.
Or Bix, as my mum calls
Bix.
it. I don't know why.
I don't mind, I quite like it. Being my new name.
But we're with you. We're only with you till 12:30 today, just to give you the heads up. So we're here till 12:30. We've got loads of brand new plants and products, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got lots to show you today. Some of the favourites, but lots and lots of new ones to bring.
And we've actually got the must-have Christmas plant. So if you've got children, we have got a Carnivorous plant.
Yes, we have. Check it out. We got a Venus flytrap, and not just any old Venus flytrap. This is going to be one of the largest that you can actually get anywhere, isn't it?
Honestly, they are absolutely fascinating. Obviously, we've got guaranteed Christmas delivery, but if you've got any children in the family, they will absolutely love that. We'll tell you all about it a little bit later on. But that's what happens when a fly goes near it.
It's so exciting, isn't it? I love Venus flytrap because there's just so much interest going on there. I mean, the kids are going to love it, but the adults are going to love it too.
And we have got a great price. That is under £10 today. But just very quickly, we have got free postage still on all orders over £30. This will finish when January comes, sadly. So if you want to take advantage of that, do it now. We have got a free gift as well with every order.
Yes, we've still got our tête bouclée as our free gift, and this will be entered into your basket absolutely free as long as you enter our wonderful code, that YGTV50.
50, the big,
yes, we've moved
the
into the next one.
50 today. We didn't think we'd have this free gift this week, but we did manage to get a few more, and it is absolutely gorgeous. 15 of the tête bouclée. And these are the miniatures.
Yeah, the little miniatures. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love the miniatures because I think that they're quite versatile. You know, I love taller daffs, don't get me wrong, but the miniatures, you can put them in so many more places, can't you? You know, window boxes, top of hanging baskets, that's where they can go. And these normally retail at $9.99.
Yeah, they do.
So
we sold them for that.
£10 worth of free gift as long as you enter that code, YGTV50.
And you can place as many orders as you like
Yes,
and get
you
as
can.
many free gifts as you want. But we better begin, and we always want to start every show with something new.
Yes, that's our aim.
We've got so many new
We didn't count them. We should have done, shouldn't we? There's lots.
But we're going to start. Well, do you want to start with rhododendron? I'm with you on this. It's beautiful. The foliage alone is stunning, isn't it?
Well, it is. And I wouldn't know. I mean, the foliage on a rhododendron is normally absolutely gorgeous, and I love it because it's lovely and dark green and glossy and beautiful. But this one's it's all variegated, and it's got pink tinges to it as well. And this is really well established. Like, this is a big rhododendron
really
for you.
Well, it comes in the 3-litre pot. Honestly, I've got an ericaceous border with a few rhododendrons, and I've got a bit of holly in there. But none of my rhododendrons have foliage like that.
No, and it's beautiful, isn't it? I really do think that there's some real definite gorgeous interest on here.
Don't you like the name as well?
The Bollywood.
Yeah, it's great. Kind of sums it up well, don't you think?
It's exciting, isn't it? It's very, very colourful, not only from the foliage, but when this bursts into bloom, this is really going to, it's going to be a feast for your eyes, isn't it? Because you're going to get these vibrant, silky, glossy kind of, look at that.
Look at those flowers.
That's why I love rhododendrons.
That's why it's Bollywood.
They are the most showy flowers, aren't they?
They are.
They really do want the attention, and that is exactly what this is going to give you. April, May time, it's going to burst into bloom, and because this is already a very well established plant in a 3-litre pot, I would suggest that you're going to get quite a lot of blooms on here.
Oh, I'd have thought
so. And normally on a rhododendron, they absolutely do cover the foliage, don't they? Look
well,
how
I've
pretty.
got a whole, border of mixed rhododendrons, but I'm dying to get hold of one of these. Now, they do need an ericaceous compost.
They do indeed, yeah. I mean, that doesn't... all you have to do is mix in some ericaceous compost into, if you're planting it out in a border, just mix in some ericaceous compost into the hole that you dig, and that will be absolutely fine. I did plant one not in ericaceous compost.
I have myself.
It's fine.
It did okay, yeah.
It does okay. You just don't get as many flowers from it. So it is definitely recommended to get yourself some ericaceous compost. We have it on the website. I think we've got some in stock.
Yes.
So just get yourself some of that if you haven't got any.
I can never spell it, that's all. But it will grow very nice in a pot, of course, as well.
Oh, beautifully in a pot. Yeah, and it's very easy to maintain, very easy to grow. There's very little that you need to do to rhododendrons. There's not much pruning involved. You might want to just give it a little prune here and there, but actually they grow into a nice sort of compact shape anyway, so there's really not much that you need to do to them.
And that has got £15 off it today as well. 510 717. You have got £4.99 postage, but if you get your order to over £30, you will get free delivery, don't forget.
Yeah.
Now, we've also got brand new today, the Weeping Willow Salix. I actually had one of these in my last house, and it was got, had it near a water feature, actually, and it was lovely in springtime.
Yeah, I mean,
really
I love
magical.
weeping willows anyway.
Yeah, I do.
When, you know, when you're out and about and you see the weeping willow trees, they're just the most beautiful thing, aren't they? Because they have this waterfall, this beautiful canopy of foliage that comes from them, and it just moves beautifully in the breeze. But with our Salix today, what we're going to really be delighting with, because you can see they're starting.
Yeah, the buds are forming.
They're forming these buds, and these catkins that you're going to get on here, they are the most tactile, furry, beautiful little catkins that are gonna come out sort of. I mean, you can see they're ready now, but normally in the new year, normally springtime, sort of April time. I think that's when the catkins come. You will not be able to walk past this without stroking them.
You're so right.
You will want to touch them. You will want to stroke them. It is beautiful. It's a proper feature tree, this one. I think if you want something to make an instant impact and give you, you know, a feast for your eyes, just impact in your garden, then this is one of them.
And so lovely that it is a standard, so it has been very, very meticulously grafted, of course, as well. And we have got price down to £16.99. So I had one in my last garden next to a little water feature in the corner, and it was delightful.
Well, they do love water.
Yes, they do, don't they?
They do very much love water. That's why you'll often see weeping willows next to river, you know, on a riverbank and things. So this one is going to need you to look after it as far as watering it is concerned, particularly if you're going to keep it in a pot. It loves water, so make sure you keep watering it. But yeah, if you've got a water feature, you could plant this into a border near there somewhere, and it'd look beautiful. It has been grafted onto the dwarfing rootstock, so this is not going to turn into a massive, great big, you know, weeping willow tree. We are only talking about 1.5 meters in height at its, you know, full growth, basically.
Lovely.
And very little you need to do to it as well. You might want to just trim the ends.
Yes, I did that because it got a little bit long.
Yeah.
Like you have to with your hair now and again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just give it, all you're going to do is just give it a little haircut, and then you'll get this gorgeous canopy growing from here. It's beautiful.
We just thought that was really lovely. We have got an amazing price today at just £16.99.
You can see how you can see the waterfall and how it grows, can't you?
I know Christmas is only a couple of weeks away. And I'm looking forward to it, but I still can't wait for spring. Can you? Come on, spring. Driving to work in the dark this morning, it was like 10 to 8, it was still dark.
It was so dark
It
this
was,
morning,
wasn't it? Yeah.
What's that about?
Well, we are close to the shortest day, aren't we?
I know, but it was like 7:30. I was leaving the house, and it was still pretty much full on dark. It was weird.
But you can get your garden prepared for spring.
Yes, you can.
And this is going to be absolutely gorgeous in spring. Now, the best sellers last week were our bird planters. And you bought these, didn't you?
I bought these. Yes, and I'm going to do exactly this with them. These don't come with the plants included, but we have planted them up with our hellebore, with our Christmas rose. And this is exactly what I'm doing with mine. So I bought myself some compost because I've run out of that. I bought the hellebores and I bought myself the bird trellis planters. My mother-in-law is going to be getting one and my mother is going to be getting the other. They're going to be a gift, a Christmas gift for them from my eldest son, because he was like, I don't know what to get them.
Oh, that's a lovely
idea. So I'm going to get all the bits home, hopefully this week, and he and I are going to plant these up, and they're going to be Christmas gifts for the mothers.
Yeah, I think that's fabulous.
It's beautiful,
I really do.
Isn't it?
So if you want to go for these today, you've got £3 off, but you'll also get a free one. So it's a price reduction of £3, but it's a buy one, get one free. You just need to use that code.
Isn't it?
Really good value.
So what was it? It's a third of the price, isn't it? What was this?
Yeah, because normally 2 would be £18, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're getting 2 for £5.99. Yeah, third of the price.
Amazing, honestly, and they're so beautiful. They do have a little lip on here as well for you to be able to pick these up and carry them around. This is not a handle. Please don't pick them up from this. These clip onto the side. You can remove them if you want to, so you can just have the pot. But why would you? That just looks absolutely beautiful.
Do you know, last week's shows were as busy as we were in October, so I think it's because the deals are so good at the moment.
I know.
But
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, really busy shows last week, which is great for December. Right, should we move to our new table?
Yes, let's do it.
Can we do the Venus?
We've got new table, and we've got new table.
I know.
We've got lots of news.
Can we do the Venus flytrap?
Yeah.
Come on, shall we? Come on,
It's exciting, though, isn't it?
Well, there's a big retailer that's done a promotion using Venus flytraps in their advertising. So they've been really popular. They are kind of the must-have plant this Christmas.
They are.
And this is a very special one because it is a jumbo one. It's got bigger traps, hasn't it?
It has. Okay, so this variety can grow traps that can reach over an inch, basically. And I think you can pretty much see that with a couple of these. I'm going to tip these up. I don't want to mess about with it too much. But can you see the size of some of those traps that are on there already?
Yeah, they're
and
big.
there are lots of those traps on there as well. We're not just talking a couple. There are loads of them. And the thing with Venus flytraps is it's an insect-eating. It's a carnivorous plant,
so
isn't
it does have a real purpose in your home because most of us don't want flies buzzing around and things like that. So it will, of course, feast on flies.
I fancy this actually. I might get this.
Would the kids like
get
it?
this. Yeah, the youngest.
Yeah.
He would love this.
I just think it's a great way of getting children into gardening. Now, I like the little label it comes with. So if you look at this, look.
Oh,
yeah, look, can you see?
that.
Yeah, it's great. Look at that.
Oh, that's fabulous.
It really is.
I didn't know it did that.
So the native environment. Yeah, that's great. The native environment of these is, of course, American swamps.
Yes, indeed, yeah. And they like sort of moist.
Yeah.
They like moisture, don't they? They're hardy down to sort of 0 degrees. So this is, I would suggest, this is a windowsill plant, isn't it? Basically, or in a greenhouse that doesn't drop below 0 degrees. But this would be absolutely fantastic to have on a windowsill, nice sunny windowsill, I suppose, in your home. Keep it moist. That's the key, but not from the top. Right?
No, they like to be
drinker.
sat in a saucer of rainwater, actually, rather than tap. So rainwater.
That is one of the keys to success with this, which is clearly why my previous Venus flytrap did not survive because I used tap water.
Yeah.
Yes, you do need to use rainwater in a dish at the bottom.
And what will happen when the flies come near this, inside each one of the traps, and this is what I recorded earlier last week. So I pretended as a fly. Look at that.
Look at that.
So there are tiny little hairs inside the traps that you can't really see with the human eye. But when a fly just touches those a couple of times in succession, the trap will close. It will then, over a period of about 10 to 12 days, digest the insect.
Yep.
So it's very tempting to do what I've just done and to kind of trigger off the traps, but you don't want to do that because the plant would be wasting energy producing liquids but actually not digesting any flies.
Yes.
So don't do that too often. But yeah, that's what happens. It's quite fascinating, isn't it?
It's totally fascinating. I think they're just the most interesting plant.
They are.
I think they're
Look, there you go.
so exciting. Now they do go into a bit of a winter dormancy, so you do want to reduce the watering over the winter months until about February time when it sort of wakes back up again. At which point you can then keep watering and doing what you need to do with it. It might produce flowers at one point. If it does, cut those away. You don't want those on there because again it's wasting its energy with those flowers that you don't want it to waste its energy on. But yeah, just totally interesting. And by the way, when the trap shuts and the insect or the fly is wriggling it around, it makes it shut even tighter so that it can't get out. I love it.
They are absolutely fascinating,
I
aren't they?
quite like the carnivorous plants. I was looking at when I was at the flower shows earlier on this year because there was loads of stalls with the carnivorous plants and they're the most fascinating, weirdly shaped things, aren't they?
And I just
Love
think,
them.
if you've got children, what a great little Christmas gift. Get them interested in plants. They will be fascinated by this. And just from a practical point of view, it does get rid of unwanted flies in the home.
Yeah, I love that
It's
idea.
great, particularly in summertime because I live in the country and if the window's open, we get a lot of flies.
There's lots of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
But remember, this is one of the largest ones as
Yeah.
well. You can't buy. I mean, it's rare that you find them this big, basically. And remember that this variety creates those traps that can be a good inch in diameter.
And I will let you know, they have been selling really quickly on the website. In fact, I think we restocked. They were selling that quickly. So we have got stock available today, and it is on offer at just £9.99.
It's a great gift. I think
it's
that's
a great
good idea.
gift. It really
good
is.
idea.
And it is 800 155. Now we have got a few really cheeky deals today. And we both could not believe the price on our variegated holly because It's down by £5, but what else have we got, Bex?
It's a buy one, get one
Yeah,
free.
we were like, you should have heard us earlier because we'd missed our notes. I'll be honest, the writing was quite small.
We don't wear our glasses, do we?
Like, hang on, it says buy one, get one free.
Buy one, get one free at £4.99.
Yeah.
So you're going to get 2 of these holly bushes for under £5. There is postage on there, so, you know, this is something that maybe you want to add into your basket to get you over that £30 mark, but this is going to be brilliant. And what a festive feeling.
And do you know, it's not
this.
too late to maybe make up a couple of Christmas outside tubs, put these as centerpieces in there.
Oh, yeah.
They could look amazing. But I love the fact they're variegated.
This is what I love about this. And obviously it will produce those berries on there as well.
Of
so
course.
this will give you that full festive feeling. They can get really, really big, these. It'll take ages to do it, sort of 20 plus years to get to 10 to 15 metres.
So we might be drawing our pensions by then. Well, I would be anyway.
You don't have to let it get that big. Of course, you know, pruning, and you would prune these because you're going to use the foliage from this, you know, at Christmas time. You're going to create your own wreaths with this and decorations with this. It's beautiful.
I've actually got a variegated holly in my garden. It looks magnificent, and that's exactly what I do at this time of year. I take off some branches, decorate the home with them.
Yeah.
But the price today is absolutely incredible.
It is incredible.
Isn't it?
It really, really is.
2 of them for £4.99.
If you've got a little corner somewhere in a border that you can put this into, that would be great. I love the idea of what you said about making up some festive-looking displays in baskets and things. This is going to be a feast for wildlife as well, though. This is the other thing to remember.
Of course.
Because obviously the berries they're going to absolutely adore. You know, it's really attractive to bees, to birds, to butterflies. It's also a really nutritious food source for caterpillars as well. So this is a great thing for you to have in your garden if you want all of those, you know, beneficial pollinating insects in your garden.
I think they're absolutely gorgeous.
Love it.
By the way, if you want to be part of the show, you can always message on Facebook and YouTube. We love it when you chat to us. Elaine's over there. She's one of our...
Of course, Elaine's in. Good morning. Apparently she's been in hospital, but she's fine. I'm really glad to hear that, Elaine.
Yep.
That's good to know.
Glad to hear that. Barbara's there. Hello, Barbara.
Good morning, Barbara. And Neil's checking in. Thank you, Neil.
Yeah.
He's probably back to work. But he checks in every now and then, doesn't he?
But we love it when you message and say we've had a great start to You Garden TV, and we have had it confirmed that the shows are staying the same for next year as well, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes. So January is still going to be Wednesday 10 till 1, Thursday 10 till 1, and Sunday 10 till 2. I'll be honest, we didn't know if we were going to be able to keep...
We didn't know until this morning, did we?
So those of you that have been asking...
hot off the press.
Yeah. And we have got extra shows on QVC. Both of us have got shows on QVC in January, haven't we?
Yeah, we were talking about that this morning. We've got stuff booked.
We have.
Weekdays, weekends, all over the place.
So alongside all the streaming staying the same.
Yes.
But if you want more You Garden, you can tune into QVC, and we will give you the dates.
We'll let you know.
Yes, and if we're not here, one of us should always be here.
We're going to try and make sure one of us is always here, aren't we?
But we have got a few other...
And then we'll get some special guests in.
Yeah.
I quite like that. Mix it up a little bit.
Well, it depends who it is, Bex.
Well, you know.
I didn't like it when you got Dan in that
Dan, is he
tall,
watching?
handsome, muscular guy, as Bex describes it as. I said to Bex, I've been trying to lose a bit of weight because we've eaten a lot of donuts over the past 3 months. I said, oh, Bex, do you think I've lost a bit of weight? She's like, you still don't look anything like Dan. That's what she said. She did.
Sort of did.
Anyway.
Sort of did, to be honest. He can take it.
He can, yeah. Who knows more about gardening? That's all I'm going to say.
Exactly.
Yes. Now, we have got our gardenias back today as well. These were one of the top sellers last week.
Yeah. Hardy gardenia, by the way. World's first hardy gardenia. This is not your indoor plant. This is an outdoor gardenia. Hardy down to -10, and it is all about this beautiful glossy green foliage, but also that beautiful scent that you get from your gardenia.
So we're looking at the foliage right now. Now, bear in mind, it's the 13th of December.
Yeah.
Look how gorgeous that is.
It's beautiful. It's
gorgeous
evergreen.
foliage.
It's always going to look this beautiful as well.
But if you spend another £1.99, you can get 2 of them.
Yes, you can. In 2-litre pot as well. So these are really well established. These aren't babies. You know, these have been looked after and grown on a bit. So these are nice established plants we're talking about here. So an extra, what did you say, £1.99?
Yeah, £1.99 for
£1.99 for a second gardenia. Brilliant.
And I love giving plants as gifts. So maybe this could even, if you've got a friend that loves gardening, could be a great Christmas gift. So hardy down to -10.
Hardy down to -10, yeah.
That's
always
cold.
going to look gorgeous. You get the beautiful flowers on there. I like the shape of them as well, especially that little bit in the centre. It's really interesting. It looks like it's been stitched, doesn't it? And they're beautiful white flowers, but it's the fragrance that you get from them, which is often used in perfumes because it is that glorious. Summertime, June, July, August, maybe into September, you'll get those beautiful flowers on there as well. And it does prefer an ericaceous compost. I'm not saying it has to be in ericaceous, but it will be happier if you can mix a bit of ericaceous into, you know, whatever planting hole you're putting it into.
I'm just imagining that fragrance in summer.
I know.
Because it is gorgeous.
Well, I think these are great, you know, pot plants.
I
they
agree.
work lovely in borders. And if you want to put them in border, no judgment here. You do what you do, but I do think that these are great to have in pots because it does mean that you can move them around your garden. If you're sitting outside, you know, you can put that pot near where you're sitting and that fragrance will just, it will be delightful.
And they're not fast growing, so they're not going to be invasive. They'll be great in pots. But it is a buy one, get the second one for $1.99. Now, we've also got for you...
What we're doing? Ceanothus?
Well, we are still clearing the last of the stock of these, and we have reduced the price to $6.99. So many of you have ordered this, but we've just got excess stock. We've just been perfectly honest. So rather than paying £15, $6.99 is your price, and this is what you're going to get. And they're not small. They're a really good size in a 2-litre pot.
Yeah, really good size.
And I tell you what, I know Christmas is just around the corner, but when it comes to preparing for spring, you'll be so glad you bought this today.
Absolutely, you'll be so glad you bought this because springtime, April, May time, wow, this is the this is the standout plant in your garden. Whether you plant it into a border like this is my mum and dad's Ceanothus, obviously not filmed recently, that was filmed earlier on this year when it was at its most glorious with all those blue, and I haven't enhanced that video, there is no filter on there. No, that is the colour of it.
Can we just say, we never use any filters on any of our pictures. Actually, I don't, do you?
I do sometimes.
Do you?
I'm not going to lie, I do.
So if you ever look at pictures of me on social media and think I look rough, it's because I don't use any of those filter things.
No, me neither.
No. But no filter on our plants either.
No, so, honestly, they are that blue, they are that gorgeous, and that glossy, and it's quite fine foliage that you have on here, deep veins on it. Gorgeous, but it does get completely covered in those beautiful blue pom-poms. It's one of the most stunning plants in the borders at that time. You can keep it in a pot if you want to, but this is really easy to grow. It has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, so this is a total proven performer, trialled and tested, and it works well in our UK gardens. And it's winter hardy, so it has a lifetime guarantee from us.
But if you want to, say, get your basket to £30, $6.99 for the Ceanothus.
I forgot that price. I'm so sorry. Yes, $6.99. Check out the size of that.
I've only mentioned it 10 times,
I know. Well, I heard that Daniel's watching, so good morning. That took my attention away. Yeah, $6.99 for a 2-litre pot. That's amazing. Good morning, Roger. Good morning, Ruth. Good morning, Jan. Thank you so much for your company this morning.
And we're with you today till 12:30, okay? The reason being because we're doing some recording this afternoon for some very special shows that will be played over Christmas.
Yes.
That's all we're allowed to tell you.
We're not allowed to tell you anything else, but they're really good. So make sure you keep tuning in for our regular slots, the Wednesdays, the Thursdays and the Sundays.
But they'll all be on the website to watch at your leisure, of course, over the festive season as well. But yeah, we're clearing the stock of that. We've got excess stock. A Ceanothus, really well established. Evergreen, of course, as well. Sunny spot, we're thinking?
Yeah, I think most sun. I mean, I cope with a little bit of shade, but if you want all those flowers, you want as sunnier spot as possible, I would suggest at least 5 hours worth of sunshine in a daytime. That's kind of what we say. If you say full sun, it's 5 or 6 hours, isn't it, that they need?
And then you get that carpet of lilac.
Beautiful.
Now, what I can honestly say, and I've been looking at hellebores over the past week, and Bex has done the same. We've been out and about. I'll be honest, I've seen them in garden centres, I've seen them in a few supermarkets, the big stores. I have not seen any hellebores that look as good as ours, because ours is a very special variety called Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol, yes, specially bred to be more floriferous. These have been bred for their flower power. It is incredible. So when we say more flower power, we're talking about more flowers and flowering for a longer season as well.
And these samples, they've literally, what happens after the show finishes, they've just been outside on trolleys.
Yes.
For about 2 weeks now. They are undercover outside.
Yeah.
And they obviously get a decent amount of light, but honestly, the amount of buds that have opened up. So if this was in your home, look at it. I know.
There's so many. Right down at the base here as well. There's loads of them just ready. We were counting them. We got to 25 last week. I bet there's more on there now. And that's just on the one plant.
I mean, that is magnificent, isn't it?
So pretty.
But honestly, at Christmas time, if you want to bring these indoors, obviously they are an outdoor plant and put them in your beds and borders in January. But at Christmas time, if you want to put them inside, they are going to look glorious, aren't they?
They really will. And people do often use the hellebores as their, winter or their festive decorations. And that's why it's got its name of Christmas rose, because it's in bloom now and it'll keep going for you through the winter months, January, February, March, which means that it's a really good early source of, pollen as well, which can be tricky for those early pollinators. So this is an excellent one if you want to invite those into your garden. But it's really easy to look after and a nice compact growth on here as well. It's only going to reach about 1 foot by 1 foot. So this is perfect for you to have in a pot. And as I have done, I bought my bird trellis planter, the buy one get one free. I've bought these as well. I'm going to put one each in those pots, and then I'm going to keep the other one for myself.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and then my mum and my mother-in-law are getting those as gifts.
Now, at Christmas time, I love to make the house look really festive, and I do use a lot of plants and foliage. They look great, so that's exactly what you're going to do.
That's exactly what I'm going to do, yeah.
Yay!
Beautiful.
And if you do want the bird planter, don't forget it's buy one, get one free at just $5.99. That is for 2. But the hellebores, they love a shady spot. They grow around trees. Yeah,
actually, that's a really good point. It's not something that needs loads and loads of sunshine at all. Actually, it prefers to be in a bit of a shady spot.
Now, we were talking last week about poinsettias. Don't get us wrong, we both really like poinsettias, but we said how tricky. Well, I did buy one, right?
Did you?
And do you know what I did?
Is it still alive?
It is, but it was wrapped up. They have like the plastic, the polythene sort of sheath, for want of a better word. And honestly, when I took that off, so many leaves just fell off straight away. It was like, I was like, but how do you know that's going to happen? But it did. Yeah. But it's okay-ish.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. You've got green fingers. You'll be all right.
There needs to be really green to keep it. I did keep the poinsettia alive from last year, actually.
It's just another take on it, really. I get it. Poinsettias are very festive and they're red and they're beautiful and they're lovely, but they are divas. They can be tricky to look after.
And most people end up throwing them away.
Exactly. Most people treat them as an annual. With this...
Not even an annual, a 2-weeker.
A 2-weeker. With this, you actually have something that will keep giving you joy year after year without you really having to work too hard
So
at it.
if you want to go for those, they are still on offer. £13 is your saving. And all you need to do to get all the offers, don't forget, and your free bulbs today, the Tech Boucle is use the code YGTV50. Now, I've just been asked, how can you get an even better offer? How could we save more money, Bex?
Well, we've got this amazing thing that you can join.
Oh, yes.
Called the U Garden Discount Club, which basically means that you can save 10% off every single plant and accessory order.
I'll go through these, Bex, then. So, we've got Auto Renewal. That's the one that I've subscribe to because it's only £5, saving £15. And all that means is at the end of your 12 months, it will automatically renew. But if you don't want it to, let us know and we will cancel it. But also, if you go for that one, the price will never go up. And we've got that in print there on the screen. The price will never go up. So if you're still a member in 10 years' time, you'll still be paying £5 a year. The one-off membership, exactly the same, but it's £10 just for a single year, and that will not auto-renew. But these are the benefits. 10% off every plant and accessory order, which is brilliant. 10% off compost, don't forget, as well. 5% off every outdoor living. We've got some great gifts on the website, but you'll also receive £20 worth of U Garden vouchers, and you can use those throughout the year. It works out one voucher approximately every 3 months. Also exclusive offers, competitions and expert advice. And it will give you a little reminder as you check out how much you'd save if you joined the club today. But it is a great club, and to be fair, most of our regulars are members of the club now, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, how many have we got? Over 40,000 in total.
Yeah. Well over that,
but
actually.
certainly the majority of people that tune in regularly have joined that club.
Yeah. So thank you so much. But if you're not a club member, really good club. We thought it was a bit too good to be true. But it's really good.
No,
but loads more new plant specs.
Yeah. Well, we're going to start with our Escallonia.
Look at the price of this.
Love this.
We've decided December is a really good time to buy plants.
Well, do you know what? It really, really is, actually.
It is.
Because, well, you can get some amazing bargains. You know, we really do bring a lot of... You Garden, in total, we're bringing you lots of bargains and ways to save money. But certainly December is a great time because we're clearing space, we're getting ready for the new year. And what you can get yourself is some amazing plants at just some amazing prices.
We should say all the spring and summer lines pretty much have been chosen now. And everything's been kind of put into place.
You've got to work 6 months in advance, haven't you, with
least.
gardening?
Yeah,
and that's not just in the business, but in our own gardens as well. We're planning ahead for next year, aren't we?
Now, bear in mind, it's the 13th of December today. Look again how wonderful this looks. And it's, as you can see, totally evergreen. What great foliage.
I love it.
Very
Absolutely adore it. Yes, it's compact, it's evergreen. I say compact. It'll reach about 3 or 4 feet height and spread. So, if this was a plant that you wanted in a border, this would be great, actually. But it's nice and sort of slow growing. It doesn't take over. It's not a thug. That's the beauty of this, though. So June, July, well, you get it in flushes with the flowers on here, and you get these panicle shapes, clusters of these gorgeous pink flowers, and I love the variation in the colour that you get on them as well. They almost look like ice cream cones, don't they? That's what the panicle shape looks like. But you get June, July, August, September, October, you'll get flushes of these beautiful flowers that come across here, and it does get absolutely smothered in them. It's easy to care for.
When you see this close up, they're divine, aren't they?
Really are pretty.
Yeah.
Very, very easy to care for, but incredibly rewarding because you do get that gorgeous year-round interest from it. The Royal Horticultural Society have given it their badge of perfect for pollinators. Totally see that, can't you? I could see some butterflies landing on those panicles there.
Yes.
That'd look really, really pretty. And it's winter hardy as well, so it has our lifetime guarantee.
And look at the price. Bear in mind, it's a big plant.
It's
it will
a big
arrive
one.
in that 2-litre pot. It's yours today for under £10. And, hopefully you can get it planted in the next few days. But, if you don't manage, just keep your eye on it. It'll be fine in the pot for, obviously, for quite a few weeks. Just keep your eye on it, watering-wise.
I've still got a couple of plants that I've got from here that are sitting in their pots. I just haven't done anything with them yet. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I must admit, I sometimes, take a while to plant things, but that would be fine. Now, what we can honestly say, this next eucalyptus has been incredibly popular on our website in recent weeks.
Yeah.
I love eucalyptus as foliage, so quite often I'll cut branches off my eucalyptus and add it to flower displays and foliage. But the trouble with the eucalyptus is, and everyone knows this, they can grow huge.
They can.
But not this one.
No, not this one. This one is more compact. So it's compact and it's bushy, and it's only going to reach maybe 3 or 4 metres at its full maturity.
Which compared to eucalyptus, which can be...
I mean,
I think
20 metres, potentially.
Yeah, I think mine is about 70 foot.
Yeah, it's huge.
It really is.
Yeah, they can get really, really big, but this one
But not this one.
This one stays nice and compact.
And it's a bush rather than a tree.
It's a bush rather than a tree. So yeah, I think that's great because you get all of the benefits of the foliage without some of the downsides that you get from, normal eucalyptus trees.
And just adding some eucalyptus foliage, as I say, to... Quite often, if I've bought flowers and half of them have sort of like gone over, I'll just add some eucalyptus and take the dead ones out.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see just vases of eucalyptus.
Yeah,
in actual
of course,
fact, because that looks beautiful. But yes, as an addition to cut flower displays, it looks really pretty. You have the aroma as well, don't you? The gorgeous scent that you get from the eucalyptus leaves, which is beautiful.
And that's because you've got a bit of a cold coming, is it?
I know. Could probably do with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
I have got a bit of a cold coming. I'm so sorry if I sound all croaky.
No, you don't sound too bad, Bex.
I'm going to have a little... Oh, yeah!
That's better, isn't it?
That's amazing!
Isn't it?
Oh, I love that smell.
The actual leaves look a little bit more compact as well compared to a tree.
They do, don't they?
Yeah,
I wonder if they stay that shape. I hope so.
Yeah, I think it looks beautiful.
It is really beautiful, and it's winter hardy, and we're talking, you know, it's probably one of the most hardy eucalyptus available. We are talking hardy down to probably about -20. So yeah, this one's not going to be a problem. You also get a bit of interest going on with the bark on here as well, which I know it's a bush, so you probably won't see as much of it as you would on a tree, but you know, you get that kind of peeling and fading, don't you, on the bark of the eucalyptus, which is also quite interesting. But remember, it is evergreen, so if you want some winter interest in your garden, I was looking out in my garden the other day and I got a few bits and pieces, but I haven't got enough in my garden that's winter interest yet. Not anything that's properly matured and grown yet. This is something to add to give you that lovely winter interest.
Well, it's been selling really well on our website. Postage is included, by the way, 510161. Lovely to have your company, by the way. So thank you to everybody that has joined us this Wednesday. And so we're live till 12:30 today.
Yes.
It's live till 12:30.
Filming some special things this afternoon.
Yes. So. Now, we've had a question about the Escallonia, the pink elle.
Yes, we're being asked about the soil to plant it in. Does it want acid soil or regular? Do you know the answer to this one?
I think it's just regular. I thought, yeah.
It's just regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about this one at all. I was testing him. I wasn't trying to, but I knew he'd know the answer.
Right, between us, we know.
We do know the answers, don't we? Most of the time. Sometimes I have to look at my notes. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it doesn't all stick in my head.
But if we ever, if there is something that we don't know, we do consult our head gardener, Peter McDermott. Now,
our premium professional compost, by the way, is the best compost, if you were wondering. And I'm sure we're going to be talking about it very soon. But if you don't know about our premium professional compost, stick around for a few minutes because we're going to blow your mind with it.
We are. But we have got something next that is brand new on the show, and it's a really special blueberry.
Yeah.
Because this is an early cropper, isn't it?
It is. It's the early Hanover. So, so when it comes to cropping your blueberry, because you can get an early, a mid and a late, this is one of your early croppers. So somewhere between June, July, August is when you normally get blueberries cropping. This one's going to be probably June because it's the early one.
Yeah, I love blueberries, and I'm trying to be a bit more healthy at the moment. Only because I say I'm trying to be healthy, I'm trying to balance the onset of Christmas and New Year.
You know. I get it. He says that. What did we have for breakfast this morning, Shaun?
A latte and a donut. Thing is, our local supermarket does 4 donuts for £1, freshly baked.
I mean,
what would you do? What would you do at home?
It was delicious.
And there's 4 of us first thing in the team. There's myself and Beck, Stu who does the technical, and then Craig that helps set everything up and gets plants for us.
It's the perfect number. I get it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Anyway,
it was nice.
I am trying to be a bit more healthy at the moment. I'm trying to balance things, and I know blueberries are one of the best super fruits, aren't they?
Well, they're
really
packed,
high
aren't
in
they?
antioxidants.
Packed with antioxidants. Yeah. It's a dark-skinned fruit. Generally, any dark-skinned fruit you know is going to be absolutely amazing for you.
And actually, low, generally speaking, low in calories as well.
Yeah. And a beautiful plant.
Yeah. So you are going to get, by the way, postage included, 1 for £9.99. But if you double up, if you spend another £1.99, you'll actually get 2 of these. Now, Bex and I are really keen for everybody to have a little bit of grow your own in your garden.
I love a bit of grow your own.
I do. I think it's so important.
You know, you don't have to have an allotment. No. You don't have to be feeding your entire family with everything that you grow. But it really is interesting, you know, to grow something in your garden that you then eat. And nothing tastes as good as when you've grown it yourself and picked it from the plant or whatever and eaten it yourself.
In fact, I met up with my relatives in York. It was my mum's 83rd birthday on Monday. And I was sat next to my Uncle Sid.
Hello, Uncle Sid.
My Uncle Sid, who's 87, and he still gardens now, and he obviously can't do as much as he used to, but he said the same thing, the pleasure he's got over his life growing fruit and veg. And they've only got a small garden now, but you don't need a big garden.
No, you don't.
And these are great in pots as well, aren't they?
Yeah, perfect patio plant. They work absolutely beautifully in pots. They are self-fertile, but they do tend to work better in pairs.
Great,
you tend to get more crops if you plant these in pairs, which is why we're giving you this amazing double up deal here. But yes, once these start growing, these will provide sort of bumper crops of fruit as well.
So how much in terms of kilos per plant?
You can get about 5 kilos per plant.
And when you think how expensive
once it's established,
a little tub of blueberries are.
Yeah.
So when really established, up to 5 kilos per plant?
Per plant, yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
And you also get this super fragrant blossom on here as well in the springtime, which obviously you're going to invite the bees and the butterflies and things into your garden with that, but it's got really delicious, and it's quite small, the blossom that you get on here, but you get loads of them, and then every single one of those little blossom flowers has the potential to turn into one of those delicious blueberries.
I remember this will be one of the very first to crop, so early summer.
Oh, and big tip with your blueberries, because obviously they do like ericaceous compost, so this is definitely one that loves the ericaceous compost. It is better if you water your blueberry plants with rainwater rather than tap water. Anything with ericaceous prefers rainwater, because if you use tap water, it will raise the pH levels of the soil. Point. So it's always good to have some rainwater. I need to get a butt. I need to get a water butt. At the moment, I've just got big buckets that sit outside that collect any rainwater. I need a...
Yeah, and we have actually got converter kits for water butts on our website as well. The tap into your drain pipes, which is a great idea.
I love it. That's one of my. It's going to be one of my investments in the new year.
Sometimes we do forget that the U Garden website has everything. I know we tend to, obviously, when you're doing the live shows, get a bit carried away, but anything you need is on the U Garden website. And you can shop the web. Just always make sure you put our code in before you check out, which is today, YGTV. Big 50 today, the big 50.
50.
So this is what we've done. We've only put in so far our 2 planters, which is a buy one, get one free. You get your free gift, of course, which are the fabulous Tete Boucle. But look, we've got all sorts on there. There you go. Water butt with rain saver kit, 100
litre, $64.99. That's good. I was looking at prices. That's decent. That. Oh, look at that.
That's what you need, Bex.
That is exactly what I need.
Yeah.
And so when your water butt gets filled up, obviously the water just keeps going down the drain pipe.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I need.
Yeah. And it's neat as well, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's nice and compact, isn't it? I quite like that. Oh, and the stand is included. $64.99. Nice.
So it's always worth shopping the website.
It'd be filled in a day at the minute, wouldn't it?
And actually, if you're a club member, you'd get 5% off that.
That's good.
Yeah, so that'd save you 65, another 325.
There you go. Yeah. You're much better at the maths than me.
Well, I are. I have got A-level maths, I will let you know.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's not much counting, though, when you get to A-level maths, is it? It's not addition and subtraction. I think it's a bit more complicated
that's true. Hey, I was just thinking, so I know we've moved on, but Bex is a good baker, and those blueberries, I'm thinking blueberry muffins.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Or blueberry pancakes. American-style blueberry pancakes.
Yeah.
With a drizzle of maple syrup on them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keeping with that diet theme. Anyway, we're going to move on to the hydrangeas next. Glam Rock. It's a double-up deal. 1 for £9.99, 2 for £14.98. Now, we both love hydrangeas, but this is a real star, isn't it?
It's so unusual.
This is a rock star of
I've
hydrangea.
not seen this variety before, and it is so gorgeous. It's one of the newer varieties, but it's properly eye-catching, isn't it? Look at that. Multicoloured, colour-changing flower heads that you get here, and it's a bit of a new take on the traditional mop head variety. You get these really vivid flower heads that have multiple florets on there in the pinks and the reds, but you get this kind of bright blue centre to them as well.
I love it there.
Look it! And then the edges are tipped with that lime green. It's almost neon, isn't it?
I think I might have to get a pair of those.
That's beautiful.
Now, we will be very honest. At this time of year, hydrangeas do not look their best.
No, they don't, admittedly.
But if you plant them now, you will reap the rewards in spring and summer, won't you?
Well, it's all about that planning ahead, isn't it? So getting them now, getting them planted, whether that's out in the ground, and there is time to get it out in the ground, depending on where you live, but not many places are completely frostbitten.
No, it's warmed up again.
Nice. It's warm again.
Yeah,
what are we at, 9-10 degrees today or something or other? So there's definitely still time to get these in the ground, which is the perfect time to do that, because by doing it now, whilst they're in their dormant state, what it does is it puts all its focus into creating a root structure. Then once the spring comes, it's already got a nice decent root structure going on, and it can put all its focus into, creating this absolutely beautiful display above ground.
And actually, I planted some hydrangeas last winter, about this time of year, and it was amazing how much they grew even the first year in spring and summer.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But that variety, and you garden, we are gardening for everyone. And we always like to bring you some really special things, some unusual things, some new varieties, and that Glam Rock, I've never seen that anywhere, have you?
I have not seen that variety, and I really, really
I
like
like
it. The
that.
colours that you get from that are going to be amazing. I was reading about it as well, and it said something about the different acidity levels in soils can change the colours as well of the flowers that you get on there as well, which could be quite interesting. I love it.
I'm going to get them.
Yeah, they're really pretty. That neon kind of lime green on the edges really does stand out as well, doesn't it? Remember, they like moisture, though. Hydrate them. They like
I've got mine
moisture.
in the bottom of my garden, which is quite damp a lot of the time, and they love it there.
Yeah.
They really do. But it is a double-up deal today. Postage is included as well.
Yeah.
510103 is your
that's
item
good.
number.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I didn't
really
realise
good.
that. Postage included.
I don't
and
get.
you get.
Yeah, it's really good.
Excellent.
So even if you've already placed an order, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to place another one. You might as well, because you get another free gift.
Yeah, you could just place an order just for those.
Yeah.
Add in your code YGTV50 and you'll get another free gift included. So yeah, that's one you can just do on its own. Absolutely.
Cool.
Love it. Wants a sunny spot. Doesn't mind a bit of shade, but it does want a sunny spot. For the best colour, you want as much sun as possible.
And so you will be able to. Look at the weather forecast. You've probably got. If you do want to plant them before Christmas, you could get them in. I reckon.
Oh, totally.
It's quite warm this week, actually.
It's not bad at all.
And I'm glad, because I'm in a pantomime outside on Friday night in our village.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
And what part are you playing, Shaun?
Well, you'd think Prince Charming, wouldn't you?
Of course.
But I'm an ugly sister. An evil ugly sister.
An evil one.
Evil.
They're the best roles to play.
Yeah.
When I was in pantomime,
I keep doing this with my lips all the time. I'm trying to be like a posy ugly sister.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly. Anyway, you don't really know.
You're doing that.
Hey, yeah. Always on my phone.
I always played Principal Girl when I was in pantomime. But it was not that fun. I was like, yeah, I'm Principal Girl. Oh, yeah. But actually, it's the evil characters that are the best ones.
Yeah.
When you got everybody booing at you.
That's what I want.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Can't wait. It'll probably post videos, so check out the
Oh,
Facebook. 'cause
yeah,
he'll
I will
post some
do.
videos.
It's the first time in my life I've worn a kitten heel, Ali. I was like, what's one of them? By the way, it's like, I don't know how you do it, seriously. I nearly fell over the first time. Anyway, enough of that. The point of my story is we're just delighted that actually the weather is quite good over the weekend, and say you've still got time to plant things in. Right, we're going to move on. Now, I'm really tempted by this as well.
Okay, I really quite like
this
the
looks
look of
lovely.
this. Because look at the foliage that you get on there.
That looks amazing,
Isn't
doesn't
it pretty?
Yeah, I like this one.
So what you get with the new growth comes through with that beautiful burgundy kind of red colour that you get on here. It is an evergreen shrub, by the way, so this always has its leaves. But it's that beautiful, fresh crimson growth, and you get these lovely arching branches that come from this. I like the way that you get those arching branches.
And I like the shape of the leaves, don't you?
Yeah, they're really quite lovely, aren't they? They're a bit... So I'm putting it sort of in the nandina family.
Yes, I can see that.
It definitely reminds me of the nandina, you know, the firepower and the obsessed that we have. It sort of fits into there as far as I'm concerned. Now, the crimson growth will turn a beautiful dark green. The leaves turn a kind of fiery red in the autumn time. And in the spring, you'll get clusters of little white flowers on here that are kind of bell-shaped. It's winter hardy as well, down to -20. So this is, again, this is why I'm also putting it in that nandina family. It's so easy to grow. It's not something you need to massively worry about at all. Nice compact size, about 75 centimetres, so we're only talking 2 or 3 feet.
So again, great in pots, as we've seen there.
Absolutely. But look at the difference in colours, though. Look at that variation of the colour that you get with this. It's beautiful. And the way that that's going to move as well in the breeze, I think is going to be really, really pretty. Very simple, very easy to grow. If you're a new gardener, I think that'll be great. But likewise, if you're an experienced gardener and you want something in a border that's going to just do its thing and you don't have to do too much to it, that's one to go for.
And again, if you're someone that's got a smaller garden and you've got lots of plants in pots, that would look great in a pot. And we've got lots of pots reduced on the show as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we'll bring you loads of pots in a second.
Yeah. Trying to work out which one that would look best.
We've got a few new ones. This is an ericaceous one, though, as well.
It is.
So, I know you've got an ericaceous border, Shaun. So this would go in your ericaceous border. And if you haven't got any ericaceous compost, just have a little work. have a little look on our website. We do have bags of ericaceous compost
We
that
do.
you can get.
But we would love it today. I know we've got lots of you watching, but if you want to comment, if you've got any questions, if you just want to say hi, we would absolutely love that.
Yeah,
Let us
it's
know what
always
you're
nice.
ordering, let us know what you're up to, and let us know if there's anything you particularly like on the show as well. The Venus flytrap's been the most popular so far.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well done.
I think people are thinking about Christmas gifts.
Yeah, I
aren't
do.
they?
That's really cool.
It's
that
a
one as
great
well.
little gift, that one.
But I really like this.
Yeah.
Really do.
Well, it's
Gorgeous.
a great foliage plant, isn't it?
Did you say, because I've never grown one of these, did you say sun or shade or?
I didn't actually, but it doesn't really mind, I don't think, either. Sunny spot, part shade,
Fine.
not going to be a problem for this one. But I think if you want, you know, it's about the colour of the leaves, isn't it? So you're going to need a bit of sun on it for those leaves, but sun, part shade will be fine.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, it's really nice, isn't it?
And again, that's what it looks like in the middle of December. If you have just joined us, I know quite a lot of you now joining us on the website and on Facebook and on YouTube. We are live until 12:30 today.
Yes, sorry, we're cutting it short just by half an hour because we've got lots of things we're doing this afternoon, some special shows that we're filming.
Yes, we are filming some very special shows for Christmas,
Yes.
aren't we? We are, oh, didn't bring my Christmas outfit there.
It's fine, no, it's fine. Next week is when you really need the Christmas outfit.
Fine.
Next week is
Just
the one
remind me,
when-
yeah.
Yeah, next week is the one where we're recording
Yes.
the Christmas one.
So just keep checking the schedule, keep checking the website, but there will be some extra shows over the festive season as well. Anyway, if you'd like to go for that, just remember, add it to your basket. However, we have moved on
yes.
to... We both looked at this hardy fern and went, oh my... This hardy palm, rather. We've both said, my word, isn't it stunning?
Isn't it?
And at this time of year, I don't know many palms that look quite as good as this one does.
Well, yeah. I mean, look how full it is
I
as
know.
well. Look how many there are on here. Like when we get into the centre, and there's a couple in the centre here
I know.
that haven't quite opened yet.
Now,
There, look. You can see it there.
This particular hardy fan palm will arrive this size, so between 60 and 80 centimetres. It's very well established. It does come in the 20 centimetre pot. But bear in mind, this has been outside in the nursery right through the last few weeks when it got really cold, really frosty.
Yep.
And look how good it actually looks.
Well, it is winter hardy, and I'm always quite surprised about these
it doesn't look it, does it?
palms that we bring because, you know, obviously they're native of much warmer climates, but we are saying that this is winter hardy down to about -5. So, you know, it's going to be fine in the majority of places. You might want to give it a little bit of extra
Yeah, if
protection
it's
just to
particularly
make
cold.
sure that you're looking after it, but it is nicely established, so, you know, I think it'll do okay in most places. It does want a sunny spot if you can give it as sunny a spot as you want, as you can. But this is just going to give you instant architecture, instant holiday feels
Yes.
in your garden. And it will always look this good because it's evergreen. It always looks like this.
Cool. And by the way, for today's show, we are also going to give you it with postage included.
OK, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, normally you'd expect something of this size and this
That'd
weight.
be $6.99
Yeah,
at
it would.
least, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's big. Let me just...
It really is.
It's in a really big pot. There's loads of great growth on there as well. And just imagine, OK, even in the winter time when you get those gorgeous sunny days, what I really like about the palms that we bring and all of these different ones is the shadows that this creates.
Yes, you're
That
so right.
lovely kind of dancing shadows that you get from these, I think, are really, really interesting. And you just get layer upon layer of these fan-shaped palm leaves coming on here.
Do you know which pot I think that'd look nice in?
I think I do.
Diablo,
The
do you
Jimmy.
think?
Oh, you're going Diablo?
No, I'm going Diablo. Were you going to go
I was going
Jimmy?
Jimmy. Let's try both, shall we? Oh, that's heavy.
No, you might, but listen. I'm just standing here.
No, that works beautifully in there.
It does, come on.
That does look
That looks
really
good,
nice there
doesn't
because
it?
it's quite slow growing. It does
Yeah.
form a trunk, so as the leaves kind of die off, it forms this trunk at the bottom here.
So the details on the screen are actually for your favourite, which are the Hendricks, which are also
Go on, you
available.
get that
I'll
one.
get these back. So, choice of plants instead. The plant has been selling really well.
Let's get the Hendricks
So the
out.
Hendricks are these ones here, $24.99,
I wanna
and that
see
is
what
for
it looks
two gone backs. Hang on. Live TV. They're a bit snug together. Don't mind me at home.
Pull it.
Hang on.
Pull it. Oh my word.
There you go. There you go. So these are the Hendrixes.
No, see, it's the Hendrix. Check that out.
Do you know, I like both, to be honest, but if you've got space, my word, come on.
That looks amazing.
I feel like I'm in a 5-star, 6-star hotel abroad, don't you?
I love that.
I must admit, I like that as well.
Right, so that's the Hendrix, and you do get 2 of those,
Yes.
and that's basically a half-price deal. These have been really popular
So they
in the last
work
couple
out
of weeks.
$12.50 each, which is amazing.
I think you should buy these no matter what, whether you know what you're going to do with them yet or not.
Yeah.
Just get hold of those.
They have been, honestly, they have really been selling fast.
You'll find something
We
for
actually had
those.
one of the busiest shows last week. It was as busy as we had been in October, and a lot of you were buying our reduced price pots. The ones that I bought these. I love these.
But I'm not. I think I win this one.
Which, but I like both. I like both.
I'm going Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
I love the Hendrix, and I think they are one of my favourites. Sorry, those are the Hendrix.
Yep.
I do love the Diablos. We will bring up the details in a second. The Diablos are gorgeous, and I think they work great if you were like the waterfall, the weeping willow, maybe even the fig that we're going to talk to you about. Absolutely perfect. But I think for this, you want the Jimmy, you want the Hendrix.
We call it Jimmy.
Get the Jimmies.
I mean, 2 of those for £24.99. If you have just joined us, by the way, a very, very good
now
morning.
he's changed the details.
Yeah, these are my favourites. Diablo. And these are £11.99, but you can double it. Look, come on, the value on mine. Sorry, Bex. $7.50 each. These work out.
Yeah.
I
they're
went for 4 of them. They're so good.
They are really good. And by the way, all of these that we're talking to you about, they're made of plastic.
Yes.
So this looks like a beautiful stone finish at the bottom. And then this lovely kind of patinaed metal effect going around the top here. But they're not. They're plastic. They're really lightweight. And they've been designed to last you for many, many, many years because they are UV stabilised, they're frost resistant, so you don't have all of the problems that you get with ceramic and stone pots where the freezing cold in the winter and the boiling hot in the summer makes them crack and break. Also, as I say, they are really lightweight for you to be able to move around.
And that is important. As we get older...
Yeah, it's difficult.
It is. I mean... Me and my half were moving stuff around in our garden yesterday, and the pair was like 2 old men, and I'm like, ooh, you know, but it just makes sense nowadays to not get necessarily ceramic pots because these do last a lot longer, lightweight, UV resistant, and really well designed.
Look how
and
beautiful.
The finish is gorgeous, isn't it?
It really is. Very, very pretty. So
I love it.
The price is incredible.
Yeah, but again, masses of you have been ordering those. So it's £11.99 for one, but for an extra £3, you can get a second one and double up. You see, that's going to look nice as well.
It will look nice. Now, admittedly, I appreciate it's a bit bare at the moment, but it will look absolutely beautiful in that pot, and it will be the perfect pot for your fig, your brown turkey standard, because this is a standard, and I do think that the deeper pots work better for the standards. Having learnt myself, I've planted a couple of my standard things into shallower pots, and I'm constantly picking them up because the wind blows them over. So you do want a slightly deeper pot, so that one's perfect for your figs.
And this fig, by the way, is £26.99. Postage is included. Do you know my fig's still covered in leaves?
Is it?
Yeah.
I haven't got a fig.
And Stu, our head of technical, his is still covered in leaves as well. Yeah, mine hasn't lost any yet.
I need to get a fig.
But they do lose their leaves in the winter time. Just mine hasn't lost theirs yet. I don't know why. But I tell you what, when you grow figs, they are absolutely delicious.
I love the idea. Again, this is another grow your own thing, isn't it? Grow your own story, and you can grow your own plump and juicy figs with the brown turkey standard. It's one of the best varieties for the UK because it is hardy down to about -15. Also, it is extremely drought tolerant, so this is not one that you have to constantly be watering all the time. If you forget to water occasionally, this one's not going to suffer. Now, it does like restricted roots, so a bit like when we bring you the agapanthus in the summertime. This is one that likes its roots to be hugged. So this one actually is a
great for
perfect pot plant.
Yeah.
You can plant it out into borders if you want to. There's ways that you can do it. You just have to make it feel like its roots are being restricted. So you might line a hole with stone and things, or plant it into a particularly full border, because then it'll still feel like it's being hugged. But absolutely perfect for a pot.
And I know it doesn't look its best right now, but it will do.
It will. That's
really
the point.
will.
So you'll get. When does it fruit? Normally late summer, sort of early October, isn't it? August, September time.
Yeah. I only got about. Well, I say I only got about a dozen figs last year, but yeah, it was late summer.
Drizzle of honey on your figs.
I love figs.
You don't like honey though, do you?
I don't like honey, no. Yeah, Bex was having a bit of honey earlier because she got a cold. I was like, I can't stand
it. wasn't pleasant, but
no.
you know.
But,
spoonful of honey helps the throat.
It does. But figs are absolutely gorgeous, and you can grow your own, and this is ideal for pot as well. 340 057 2699. Does like a sunny position as well.
It does like a sunny position, yeah. You need it for the kind of flower and fruit production. It does have the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, by the way. So I always want to point that out to you whenever we bring you a plant that's got the Award of Garden Merit from the Royal Horticultural Society, because it's a really prestigious award.
It really is.
But it also gives you a little bit of confidence to be able to, buy that and plant that, because it means that the real professionals, the people that know what they're talking about, they've trialled it and they've tested it and they've rigorously done that, put it through its paces and said that it's a proven performer.
Got some really interesting stuff on the garden.
I know we have, haven't we? We've got some really interesting things.
Just quickly, we do urgently need to go back to those bird planters.
Yeah.
So obviously these do not arrive with plants. We've just planted them up to give you a little idea. But we are doing today, they're basically a third of the price you'd normally pay. So they're normally £8.99 each. So for two, you'd be paying the best part of £18. On today's show, you've got £3 off, but it's a buy one, get one absolutely free. And you bought them at the weekend because you're going to plant them up like this, aren't you?
Yeah, but basically, so I bought a pack of the hellebores, so you get 3 hellebores, and I bought the pack of the planters, so I've got 2 of these. My son he was like, I don't know what to get for the grandmas. And I was like, don't worry, I've got the thing. So my order consisted of the buy one, get one free of these, 1 pack of the hellebores, and I've run out of compost, so I've got some compost ordered as well. We're going to plant them up. I'm only going to put 1 in each of the planters. The third one's going to be for me. And yeah, we're going to plant them up exactly like this, and these are going to be the Christmas gifts for my mum and my husband's mum.
That's a lovely idea.
Yeah,
I really do.
I think they're going to really, really appreciate that. But they're not just going to appreciate it at Christmas this year. They're going to appreciate it hopefully for many years to come, because
and don't forget, gorgeous. With every order today you do get your free bulbs, which are the Narcissus Tete Boucle, and we sell these for £9.99. They're free with every order. It's not too late to plant bulbs. I've even planted bulbs in January before and got away with it, but December is still a good month to plant your bulbs, obviously as long as the ground's soft, which it is right now in pretty much all the UK. But you can even use these bulbs for your planters.
I think this would be great in these planters.
Because the bulbs only go to about 20 centimetres, don't they?
Yeah, so they're only going to grow about that big. So yeah, they'll fit perfectly within that trellis. Be really gorgeous. Get these planted up, and in springtime they'll be amazing.
A full-size daffodil might just be touching of like that.
I think it'd go right up. It would potentially full-size can go right up here.
So actually,
the Tetes have worked beautifully in here.
And don't forget, they are free with every single order. Also, postage-wise, you have got £4.99 postage on these, but if you get your order to over £30, you will get free delivery.
You will.
And that promotion is definitely finishing
the end of this month?
End of December.
Yeah, end of December. Yeah. We can't keep it going. We did keep it going for quite a while.
We did our best.
It was only supposed to be there for a few weeks, but we've kept it going for 3 months.
Yeah, we have. But it does finish at the end of December, so do bear that in mind. If you're putting together an order right now, free postage with all orders over £30. Now, you mentioned the compost. You put another order in, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes, I have put another order in for my compost because it's great.
I think that's an understatement, actually.
It's some of the best
I don't think
compost.
great is enough to describe this, do you?
Honestly, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
This stuff is... I mean, it's just packed with vital ingredients that give your plants the absolute best life that they could possibly want. But it's also a fantastic texture as well. It's really light and it's fluffy and it's airy and it smells absolutely gorgeous. And the smell doesn't make a difference to your plants, but it does make a difference to your enjoyment.
Well, it does. When you're potting things up, you do want If you want a whole nice experience.
Oh, it's honestly, it just smells healthy. It smells so good. And this is so different to other bags of compost that we've used in the past. We've done it ourselves, and you run out of your favourite compost and you go and buy some and you're like, oh, totally disappointed with it.
Well, ours
You'll never be disappointed.
Ours is a premium professional compost. It's a compost that is used in the nursery. So whenever things are grown here, whenever things are potted up and grown on, this is the compost that the nursery uses. And bear in mind, we've got 11 acres of plants here at Eu Garden. And we call it multi-purpose because it is, we said, anything from seeds all the way up to trees and everything in between. But what's in it that makes it so good? Where should we begin?
Well, there's so many things in here. First of all, I'm going to start, because I found a couple of them, is the slow-release fertiliser. You'll see while I'm moving the compost around.
Yeah, it's scattered
there's
throughout it, isn't it?
loads of these little magic green balls dotted around in this compost, and that's a slow-release fertiliser. So your plants can get hold of that feed as and when they need it. You still kind of carry on doing your water fertiliser, you know, you'll still feed them loads throughout the summer months, but this means they can get it as and when they need it, and that's really, really important. Now, the texture is made up of these amazing ingredients, and one of them is this composted wood fibre. Really well composted as well, by the way. There's no great big chunks and lumps in here. I was just thinking that.
It's so even, isn't it, when you look at it?
So even. I mean, I think this is a fresh bag he's put on here today, isn't it? And look how good the texture is.
And we must have opened hundreds of bags in our time with Eu Garden. Everyone.
It's all the same.
Yeah, they're always
every time
consistent. You never open up a bag and go, oh, hang on, it doesn't quite look the same, feel the same. So you've got about 50% of composted wood fibre in here. Yeah.
Excuse me, we've also got, there's some peat in here as well. There's black and white peat in here, 3 different types. Now the quantity of that has been reduced over the years. We do need to keep up with environmental issues, so it has been reduced, but that is in there as well, giving the plants that goodness. We've got lime in here, which balances out the pH of the compost. And when we say seeds through to trees, we really do mean it, and it's because of that lime balancing it out that makes it an all-round, you know, multi-use compost. The only things, and we've got a few of them today, the gardenias like a bit of ericaceous, the blueberries, the rhododendron. Some of them you can mix a bit of ericaceous in here, some just like ericaceous, but pretty much 95% of the plants that we bring you will live so happily in here.
And the value, I mean, we talk about obviously how good this is, and we mean it. The reviews are incredible on our website, but actually our value is really good because we deliver it free of charge. Postage is included, so we take all the hassle out of going to a garden centre, having to go outside, pick your compost, lug it onto a trolley, push the trolley to the checkout. It's not easy to buy compost. It's not an easy process. So we deliver it free of charge. We also give you your free gift today.
We do, worth £10.
Yeah, and we've sold those, many of those on the show at £9.99, the Tech Boucle. But also, if you are a club member, we mentioned earlier about our brilliant discount club, you actually get nearly £2.50 off this as well.
Yeah.
So it's really good for club members.
It really does bring the price down and make it really competitive. But it's the difference that you will get from using this compost. And please go and check out the reviews on this because we can't talk highly enough about it. But really, it's real people. I mean, we are real people, but it's real customers that have used this, and in their thousands over the years that we've been bringing this compost, that have written to us and said how amazing this is. We've even had people doing their own tests, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
We have people planting up. I mean, there was that lovely guy Dave, I think his name was, planting the daffodils in our compost and daffodils in a different compost, and taking pictures to show us the difference. It is amazing, the difference.
And you would not expect to get such big results even with daffodils.
No.
But you do. And we always say we think it turns you into a better gardener overnight. So if you are a new customer today, we'd love you to buy our premium professional compost. Do check out the reviews on our website. There are so many great reviews. And actually, some of these customers, I do recognise the names. I know Avis is a regular, Lynn is a regular as well. But so many fantastic 5-star reviews. The average rating, by the way, is 4.7 out of 5. So it really does rate very highly.
It really does. And you have to get it home and you have to try it to experience the difference for yourself. It does make a difference.
Yeah. Now, the most popular item so far, our compost always sells well, but we have got the must-have Christmas gift right now.
Yeah, I must have it.
Venus flytrap, but it's a big one. And we said big one. The traps on here are some of the largest. They are up to an inch in terms of size.
Yeah, and there's loads of them.
Look
at how
this.
many there are on here. This is one of your carnivorous plants, and it's just so interesting, isn't it? This is going to eat the flies and things in your home.
And the way it does that, the actual traps, inside them there are tiny little hairs that to the human eye you can barely see those, but the insects are attracted to those. And actually they're attracted to those also because of the colour. You can see the bright centres there. So the insects, including flies, are attracted to those. So there's also a scent as well. Again, we can't smell it as humans. But when a fly actually goes in here and just moves very quickly 2 or 3 times, it activates the trap, and then the trap will close like this. Pretend that sticks a fly. So in it goes, touch a couple of times, and then this is what happens. And that trap will stay closed for between about 10 to 12 days. And what it's doing is producing special liquids that will break that fly down, so the plant feeds itself, gets all of the vital nutrients, and that's how the plant actually feeds. So you never have to feed this. Please do not use your blooming fast.
No.
Do not do that.
No.
And also, don't activate the traps unnecessarily, like I did there, because
the traps do die off, don't they, after they've been used a few times. So after they've fed a few times, the trap will die off. Obviously, it'll produce more. But every time that trap is activated, it's using energy. And if it's using energy unnecessarily, obviously, you know, you're going to get a weaker plant.
Yes, you are. So put it in a nice, fairly sunny spot inside.
Yeah, fairly sunny, on a windowsill.
On a windowsill, yeah. We were saying earlier, you really do want to use rainwater rather than tap water.
Yeah, it must be the pH levels or something or other, and it wants to be watered from the bottom. So this is one that needs to sit in a tray. Don't water it from the top. You need to sit it in a tray. It's about 1 centimetre of water. Just keep it in 1 centimetre of water throughout the summer months. But throughout its dormancy, you need it to dry out. So you need the tray to dry out before you then refill it.
And we should say, all of our plants have got great instructions on the YouGarden website. And actually, Bex and I have been putting some online videos as well. So I know this has got one.
Yeah, you did that one, didn't you?
Yes, I did, yes. So if you ever forget what we've said, you can go on the YouGarden website, and all the plants have got amazing descriptions and top tips, and a lot of them have got online videos now as well. So if you prefer to watch a video rather than read all the information,
it's all there.
Yes.
Well, it's not all there, but we're trying to get there. There's a lot to film.
But that is a must. You've probably seen there's a big store that's got an advert featuring Venus flytraps, and they've got cuddly toys and things. So it's the must-have plant, and I think a great one to get the kids interested, because a lot of children, not a lot, but some children may not be interested in your regular houseplants. But there's a story to this one.
Yeah,
it's fascinating.
It is fascinating. I think they'll adore it. They'll love seeing it when that trap snaps shut. If they get to see it when a fly lands on there, it'll be great. Whoa!
Yay!
Nom, nom, nom.
That plant's a happy plant now.
It is.
So it is down in price. It's only $9.99, and it is a really great variety because it's the jumbo Venus flytrap with really big traps up to 1 inch in size. Really good, healthy plants as well, aren't they?
I just want to say it. Feed me, Seymour. Sorry.
Go on.
I'll go. Bye.
Yeah, go. Now, also, our Ceanothus, loads of you have been buying this. We've honestly got excess stock. We did clear a lot of stock last week, I'll be honest. But there's still some more to go. So if you want to get this at $6.99 today, it's actually better than half price. And it's already a big plant. It's in the 2-litre pot. I cannot emphasise enough how spectacular these are in spring, because they are just a massive colour, aren't they?
There's so many of them.
Look at those flowers,
really does stand out. Like, you know, April, May time, when this is in full bloom, this is the one that draws your eye. It's the one that you look at. I know there's lots of things popping up at that time. Spring's really exciting, but this one draws your attention. And particularly once it's matured and it's grown into a bush like this. That's the one at my mum and dad's house, and that's 6 feet tall, but it's smothered planted, and it really does make you stop and look at it.
And it does look good all year round because it is evergreen, and the foliage is actually really nice.
Yeah, it's lovely. The leaves on it are small leaves, but there's loads of them, and it does look, it's glossy, and it's got quite deep veins on the leaves as well, so there's just that added bit of interest going on with it.
I love it. They are one of the absolute best shrubs to have in your garden.
They
Likes
really
a sunny
are.
spot. It will be fine in a pot. My mum had hers in a pot for about 8 years, and it flowered every single year. It looked spectacular. We did put it in the border last year, and it did go crazy, actually.
I bet.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
It was like it was set free.
It was.
Woohoo,
It was,
I'm
actually.
free.
But that is such a good deal. So get it in your basket today. It is down to $6.99 just so we can clear some excess stock today.
Yeah, that is a bargain.
It
for
is.
Sure, because that's a big plant in a 2-litre pot. It's established. You would not get that for $6.99
You really
elsewhere.
wouldn't.
You wouldn't. There's no way.
I'll be honest, even if we took £2 off and it was $12.99.
Yeah, that'd still be a good price.
Yeah. A $5 off at $9.99 would be acceptable, but $6.99.
Yeah.
You might even want to go for a pair of those at $5, $10,
I can
$8,
see why that's been
$6.
popular. It's great.
Such a good plant, isn't
It's
it?
huge.
Yeah.
You're very close there, Stu. What are you doing?
Well, close to you. What, close to you? I'm close to you.
Covering you up. No, he's come in really close.
Yeah.
It's 'cause
I've
he's
disappeared.
cut you
I've
out.
become a ceanothus. Momentarily, anyway. But can we just say thank you to everyone that's joined us today.
Thank you.
We do love it when you tune in. Well, we've got some regulars that tune in every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Thursday.
It's so nice.
We do finish a little bit earlier today, so we finish
Sorry.
at 12:30 today. And that's only because we're recording some special shows over Christmas as well.
Yay.
But lots of orders coming in. Thank you so much.
Lovely.
Let's remind you of some of the most popular so far today. So the holly, right. Buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
$4.99 for 2 of them. And they're the variegated ones.
They are
Look
the
at them.
variegated, and they will produce those beautiful red berries as well. So this is, I mean, it's a great plant to have in your garden because it looks this great all year round. It's evergreen, so it always looks beautiful. But if you really want something festive and gorgeous in your garden to give you those sort of holiday feels, then this is, this is a great one for you to have. You get those crisp red berries through the autumn and winter, but it is fully hardy. This one has our lifetime guarantee. So, if it fails to thrive, which I can't see why it wouldn't, to be honest with you, because these are they are tough as old boots, these plants.
really are.
Then we will replace it for you free of charge. All you have to do is cover any postage. Look at the glossy leaves on there.
And you're right, they are really bulletproof.
Bulletproof.
I live in the middle of the country, and part of my garden is really exposed to the elements.
Yeah.
But the holly, and I've got this variety myself.
These don't care, do they?
No. And at this time of year, I do take branches off. In fact, the holly, because it's been in my garden for years, it's one of the... I'm in a new house, and a lot of the garden is new, but there are about 7 shrubs that have been there years, and this is one of them. Yeah, and a lot of the people in the village would always cut some holly from there at Christmas time and put it in the church and the community centre and things like that.
Oh, it's lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
really
you can make your
nice.
own wreaths with
Yeah.
it. That's how. Yeah, I think these are great to have in your garden, definitely.
And I think if you just want to make up some winter pots, those in the centre.
$4.99.
Yeah,
and a buy one get one free. You're getting 2 plants for
Amazing.
under a £5. The value on that is great.
Yeah, and they have been really popular, as you can imagine today. But let's remind you of some of the other things that we've had.
Yes.
Today, live on You Garden TV. We've loved the hellebores of Christmas Rose. Bex bought these, I got them, and many of you have bought them. $16.99 for 3 of them. Club members, you'll get nearly £1.70 off as well. So they work out just about £5 each. So they are obviously an outdoor plant, and they love a shady spot. However, you can bring them inside at Christmas. So if you want to do some really lovely festive displays, or you may want to give one away as a gift at Christmas time, they look beautiful. I've actually made up some little arrangements. I've put pine cones and things around mine in pots, and they look fantastic. I've got them in my conservatory on the centre of the table, and they look absolutely gorgeous. This variety, don't forget, is a true performer. It's called Christmas Carol. It has been bred to produce even more flowers, even more buds, and to flower for a far longer period of time. When it goes outside, you can put it outside, obviously, now or after Christmas. Just give it a nice shady spot. Don't move them around too much either. They actually, once you've planted a hellebore, it does like to have a permanent home. It's not one of those plants that likes to be moved every year or so. So plant it in a nice shady, semi-shady area, and you'll get flowers like this year after year after year. And this variety also, you probably noticed, but the flowers are upright as well. Some hellebores, and there's so many different species and varieties, some hellebores, the flowers do look downwards, or a little bit shy. These are far more upright as well. Honestly, we think we've got the best hellebores right now pretty much in the UK with this variety. 560-054 at £16.99 for 3. Then that wonderful hardy gardenia. The climbs. Now, the gardenia jasminoid climbs is the world's first hardy gardenia. Hardy down to -10. Wow. Fully evergreen, so you get the gorgeous, I think the foliage is really quite lush, it's glossy, it's beautiful, but then in the summertime, you get these wonderful white flowers. I love the scent of them as well, don't you? But the fragrance is amazing, as you can imagine, with it being a gardenia. Great in pots. They are happy in beds and borders as well. They will never grow too big, so it's a nice compact variety. Personally, I do think they are better in pots because then you can move them around and you can really take advantage of that incredible fragrance. 1 for £12.99, but if you double up for an extra £1.99, you can get a second one. 510-530. Now we've got a really good buy today also on our Escallonia, and this variety is called Pink Elle, a gorgeous summer flowering plant. Again, totally evergreen. I love the way that the flowers form on this. So you get this lovely kind of cone shape of flowers. Great for the bees and butterflies, and ideal for pots as well as beds and borders. Not too fast growing, so relatively moderate growth on these, so they're not going to be invasive, but a really gorgeous plant, and it is down by an extra £5 today. That looks so pretty, doesn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Now, eucalyptus was next. Don't panic, because let's be honest, eucalyptus trees can grow into monsters, and many of us have sometimes planted eucalyptus and regretted it. It's like, oh my word, I've got this huge eucalyptus, and it's now too tall to even cut back unless I get a professional in. Well, this is a more compact variety. It's actually a bush rather than a tree. So it's only going to grow to about 3 to 4 metres, which in eucalyptus terms is very small. The foliage looks a little bit more compact to me as well, so the leaves look slightly smaller than the eucalyptus trees that we're used to. And because it is a compact variety, it will be very happy in a pot as well. I think it's worth growing eucalyptus just to use it as cut foliage. Eucalyptus stems alone in a vase can look lovely, but also many florists use it to fill out bouquets and things like that. 510-161 for the eucalyptus Gunai Azura there, a compact variety. Now, brand new today also, we have brought you the blueberries. And this particular variety is the early New Hanover. So it'd be one of the very first blueberries to produce fruit. So early summertime is what we're looking at. £9.99 for one, postage included. Or again, if you double up for an extra £3, you can get a second one as well. Blueberries are one of the best superfruits that you could ever eat. Very high in nutrients and antioxidants as well. And that's the same with all dark-skinned fruits. The darker the skin, generally speaking, the better it is as an antioxidant. Delicious in terms of flavour, this one. Very easy to grow, and a mature plant can produce up to 5 kilos of blueberries. So great crop of this one. Really good yield, up to 5 kilos on a single plant. Very easy to grow. Blueberries do like an ericaceous compost. You can get it on our website, but the blueberries, the gardenias, the rhododendrons all would benefit today from an ericaceous compost. And if you've not got a big garden, do not worry with this one. It will be very, very happy in pots as well. 310-019 for the blueberry early new Hanover. Now my eyes have been drawn to this, and it is the rhododendron Bollywood. Do you know what? As a rhododendron, this is a bit of a showstopper. Not only will we get those amazing flowers, but you will also get spectacular foliage. Obviously, like all the rhododendrons we've had on the show, it is evergreen, but the foliage on this one actually has little hints of pink, and then you just get a blaze of colour in early summertime. Again, it does like, as I mentioned, an ericaceous compost. Very happy in kind of semi-shade, this one, 510-717, and that is down by £15. It is amazing. It's a big specimen that you get, by the way, in a 3-litre pot. And then a really cute weeping willow as a standard, the Salix can't get my teeth in today, Kilmarnock. Weeping willow. Now, it's been very specially grafted as a standard, and in springtime you get the most tactile willows. Look at this. I had one of these from Yew Garden, my previous home, and I had it next to water feature because these do like really nice damp roots, and honestly it was just gorgeous. And all you need to do is just give it the odd trim, give it a bit of a haircut now and again, but very, very easy to grow. And that is down today to £16.99. It is gorgeous, really is gorgeous, something a little bit different. 510-326 for the Weeping Willow standard there. And then also popular today, this is really nice, isn't it? The Burning Love. So evergreen. You get gorgeous red burgundy foliage with the new growth. Really nice shape to the leaves, this one as well. Quite compact, so it'll only grow to about 70 by 70 centimetres, so ideal for smaller gardens and pots. And again, it does like an ericaceous compost. So we've had a few of those on the show today. We had the blueberries, the gardenias, the Burning Love, and there was one more, wasn't there? The rhododendron, of course, as well. 511-058 at just £9.99. Yes, I've got my eye on that one. And then we also have seen a rather spectacular hydrangea. This one is one of the new varieties, and it is called Glam Rock, and you can see why. It is glamorous, it's vibrant, it's punchy. It will arrive to you in 9 centimetre pots. Again, we've got a double up deal, so buy one for £9.99, an extra £5, and you can get a second one with, of course, postage included. Hydrangeas, again, very easy to grow, but they do like to be moist, so do bear that in mind. The clue is in the name. Hydra loves water. I did once put one in a border that dried out. It got lots of afternoon sun, it was dry and it hated it there, so I did move it to a slightly wetter border and it thrived. But imagine getting flowers like this every single year. They're amazing, aren't they? You've got greens, you've got purples, you've got crimsons, all in the one flower. Brand new today, and it's buy one for £9.99, double up, get two for £14.98. Now, a few reminders, if you are spending over £30 today, what do you get, Bex?
Free postage!
And when does this finish?
End of this month.
Boo, I know.
Sorry.
I'm getting pantomime there. Boo!
He's been practicing his lines. I walked in this morning, he was wandering around practicing his lines, ready for his pantomime tomorrow.
Yes, I was practicing because I hate Cinderella, you see.
Exactly. We all hate Cinderella.
Yes. So I was practicing my lines. And you were booing me, weren't you?
I was.
But yes, I'm afraid this promotion has to finish at the end
We
of
kept it
December.
going for a really long time.
We
It was
did.
only supposed to be there for a few weeks, literally into just like August and into September, but we've kept it going all the way through. But we have been told end of December, I'm afraid, that will go. It will be replaced. We'll have lots and lots of other offers.
Of new offers and things.
We're always going to be bringing you amazing deals, but unfortunately this one is disappearing.
So
take
do
advantage
bear
of
in
it while
mind,
it's here.
if they go, oh yes, I could do to go for some pots, compost, so the big
Stock
stuff,
up.
stock up today, but that will finish at the end of December. You will get a free gift today, and we did keep it going. We thought we wouldn't be able to, but the Tête Boucle, gorgeous free gift. We did sell these, you'll know if you're regular, for £9.99.
Yeah, 15 bulbs included in here. These are the miniature daffodils, but they're the boucle variety.
Yes.
So you get these lovely double ruffled flowers on flower heads on here.
There you go.
Gorgeous.
They're
and they
really
are a slightly
nice.
shorter variety because they're a relative of the narcissus, the daffodil, the tête-à-tête. So yes, they are only going to reach about 20-ish centimetres in height. So I like these more than the taller daffodils personally because I just think they're more versatile. There's more places you can plant them.
But even if you've already placed an order, if you place a second order today, you'll get another free gift. And some of you last week placed 4 orders.
Several, yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Working the system, which
I
we
like
love.
it.
But we are going to move on to an absolute winner.
Yeah.
The Cordyline can. I bought these a couple of months ago. I paid a lot more. You're going to get 2 of these. It's a buy one, get one free for £9.99. So £5 each. Look at the size of them. Do you mind? I've had mine about 3 months, Bex, and mine are nowhere near this size.
Not this big, yeah.
These are really good today.
No, these have been looked after for sure, and they are the gorgeous can variety. So, you know, you're getting the variegation on the leaves, but you're getting the beautiful pinks and reds and burgundies, but you're also getting the greens on there, and it's all on the same plant, which I just think is really, really stunning and interesting. We're suggesting that these do need repotting as soon as possible, really.
Yeah, they do. They need it.
They're
we'll be
pretty
honest.
much ready. Check it out. But look at the healthy root structure that we've got going on there. You are going to want to get these into the ground or into a pot as soon as you possibly can.
Now, they are called can, and when I think of can, I think of...
Dancing girls?
Well, yes.
Ruffled skirts?
Yeah, and I think of lots of colour as well, colourful dresses
yeah,
and things, don't you?
definitely.
You don't think of people doing the can in a beige outfit, do you?
No.
No.
I'm not going to try it. I pulled a muscle last time.
Yeah. Tried it last week and it wasn't good.
It wasn't
Bex.
good, was it?
Still recovering. but these are bright, colourful. I think one of the most spectacular Cordylines that we've ever seen, actually.
Well, I love Cordylines full stop.
Well, I do, but...
I just think they're absolutely beautiful. What they can do in your garden is really incredible, isn't it? Because it gives you instant sort of architecture and structure. It provides... what's the word I'm looking for? Contrast.
Yes!
It provides contrast because you get these lovely sword-shaped, sort of sharp-looking leaves that contrast beautifully against softer foliage in your garden. I think they're really, really interesting to have, but to have a multicoloured Cordyline is really interesting.
And they are working out today because it is a buy one, get one free. One of the top sellers right now, less than £5 each, and of course you get your free bulbs. Now we have got some great deals on pots today.
Yeah.
And Bex, I think you're spot on with this. You've selected the urn.
I'm going for the urn.
Look
I mean,
at that.
I think it would work in a few different ones, actually. I think the Jimmies would work great. I think the Diablos would work great. But this is the one I'm selecting for the Cordyline because, wow, look at that.
That's a really good
as this
display.
grows and gets taller, because it will, by the way, it forms like a trunk. So you almost get like a tree shape going on. You can underplant it with other things around the bottom there. And I've seen this outside of some very grand-looking houses, you know, either side of a doorway, and it looks absolutely beautiful.
But actually, at this time of year, do you know, I'm
He's getting the hellebores, I reckon.
Yeah, I think the hellebores.
No, I completely agree. I think the hellebores around the base of this would look absolutely beautiful. You could put some spring bedding around the bottom of there to make it look pretty as well.
I mean, imagine.
Yeah, I'll get that one. You do the other two.
Look.
Check that out. Yes, look at that.
Imagine your guests arriving this Christmas.
And that's planted up.
Yeah. They know you've made an effort then, don't they?
Pretty.
And that's working. Let me do the maths here, right? So I'll have to round up at £15 for the urn.
You need 2 of them because you're getting 2 of these.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, we'll work out the price for 2. So 2 urns. In fact, should we do it?
Should we do a basket?
Yeah, go on.
Should we show him? Stew's on it.
So we want 2 urns,
in his face.
6 hellebores, so 2 lots of hellebores.
2 lots of hellebores.
And obviously the 2 Cordylines.
Because it's a buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
But the display outside the front of your... And actually, that display will be there all year, every year. Well, not all year, because the flowers, obviously, on your hellebores are winter, but the foliage will be there.
Yeah.
And every single year it'll look amazing.
I do think that looks really spectacular.
I do as well. I want that out the side of the front of my house, please.
I'm working out, I'm doing it in my head, but I reckon it's about £85 for 2. But then you get your club discount.
I think it's about 70 quid. You're better at
30,
maths than me.
14.
Stu's on it. We're going to show you.
You're
in
right,
a
about
second.
75.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're working out for you. And there you go. So 2 of those.
2 urns.
2 lots of the hellebores. You get your 3 bulbs and 2 Cordylines. Yeah, so there you go, $73.95. Club members would get $7.40 off that though.
Wow.
That is really good when you think of it, isn't it?
That's great. And as I said, remember, it's going to be there because it'll be there all year round.
Yeah.
Your hellebores are evergreen. They'll flower during the winter months. Your Cordylines are evergreen. These look amazing every single year, all through the year. And then, obviously, you've got your urns there as well. I think that'd be a beautiful display.
Now, if that was a bit too much for you, can I make a suggestion, Bex?
Yes, of course.
I think they'd look really good in the Diablos as well.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the Diablos will look great.
Which are more affordable. Because basically you get 2 of those for the price of 1 of the urns, but that would still look really nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, it really would.
I really like that.
That looks lovely.
And that would cost you less, because they say these are 2 for $14.99. But anyway, the choice is yours. But yeah, I just think the hellebores look really good against those.
I agree.
Don't you?
Well, it's that contrast, like I said, about the contrast that you get with the foliage of the Cordyline, and then that softer, rounder foliage that you get with other plants. That's why I love Cordylines so much. Yeah. I keep tickling them in the face.
Did I? It's good that it's not too spiky. I know it looks spiky, but it's actually quite soft.
Yeah, it's that contrast that I absolutely adore with a Cordyline that really does make the difference, I think, in gardens. When you've got finer foliage or beautiful flowers and petals and things. Yeah. This is why I have Cordyline. Well, I've only got 1, but I need more Cordylines.
I've got lots, actually. But I got these about 3 months ago, so I just love the colours. I thought they were quite amazing. They are classed as fully winter hardy.
They are, yeah.
So they do have a lifetime guarantee. All the winter hardy plants do. Does it?
Yeah.
I've got some water somewhere. They do come with a lifetime guarantee. So if they ever die, and just being honest, or they don't do well, let us know. We will replace them free of charge. All you pay is the postage. Having said that they're winter hardy, if it's a particularly bad winter, let's hope it isn't. But last year, some people did lose the Cordylines because it got down to minus double figures in some areas. Just tie them up like so.
What we're doing is protecting the centre, because that's where the sort of new growth comes from, that centre point. So what we need to do is look after the centre of the plant. If it gets, if it snows loads and snow is sitting on there for several days on end, that's where we need to do something. If it's a day and it's gone, it's fine. But if it's sitting in the centre there, it gets too wet in the centre, it'll rot the centre out. Chances are the plant will survive, you just won't get loads of new growth coming out the centre there, which can be a problem. Get it from the sides instead. But yes, that's just the way to look after it. Don't leave it tied up like that all winter, just do it for those periods of the wet, cold, and then undo it again.
So the Diablo planters, by the way, if you want those, details on the screen, buy 1 for $11.99 or double up a lot of you have 2 for £14.99. They work out $7.50 each. And the Cordylines, it's 2 for less than £10.
Yeah, I know, that's great value.
Amazing.
Because they are really well established. In fact, my Cordyline, which I've had for over a year, is only just marginally bigger than that. Just a tiny bit.
They are a really good deal.
Yeah, they really are.
And we do say we do look around the nursery. There's 11 acres of plants in our nursery, and these are one of the best deals right now out of everything. They really are good. Yeah. Really good. Yeah. Now, something that I fell in love with recently is the bromeliad. I love the foliage on this, Bex, but the flowers are, we say, out of this world because they are, aren't they?
They look a bit alien in a wonderful way to me.
Wonderful.
Well, this looks like a grass, first of all. So, it's not, by the way, but it does look like it. So if you like grass-type plants in your garden, I think this is a fabulous addition. But just check out that beautiful flower that forms in here. Look at it. It is incredible, isn't it? You get that bright blue centre and then those striking red leaves coming off the side of it. It is just, it's so unusual, so interesting. A proper feature in your garden. It definitely feels a bit tropical. It definitely feels otherworldly. I think it's a talking point, you know? You won't be able to you will not be able to take your eyes off it, will you? When that's in flower, and that happens in the summertime, by the way, June, July, August, September time, you'll get those flowers. I think you'll just sit there staring at it.
And I love it when people come around and see my garden, I'm sure you're on the same minutes, and they kind of, oh, what's that?
Yeah, I love it. It's the first thing my mum does, bless her. She comes around and she's like, come on, let's go and have a look in your garden then. We're going to have a little wander around in the garden. It's my favourite thing.
I always do that.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in looking at people's gardens than the houses.
Yeah.
If somebody says to me, oh, do you want to...
Shall I give you a tour?
Yeah.
Of the garden?
We've just redecorated
yes,
the spare bedroom. Do you want to see it? I'm like,
Can we go look in your garden?
I'm like, yes.
I need to work on my winter garden.
I had one of these in my last garden, but it never flowered, and I realised I had put it in. It did well. Foliage-wise, it was great, but it didn't get enough light.
Yeah, it does definitely want a sunny spot.
And to be fair, you look at it and you know, looking at that flower, it probably wants sun.
Totally, yeah. I mean, it originates from Chile, in actual fact. So, you know, just knowing where it comes from, obviously it wants as much sun as it can possibly get. Now, it's hardy down to probably about -5. So it's probably something you're going to want to look after just a little bit this year until it really gets established. And then it's going to be fine to survive all but the worst of the winter weathers that can happen. Doesn't get huge, but it does spread a little bit, as you can see from those pictures. We're talking about maybe 50 centimetre height, and it'll spread sideways, so about 60, 70 centimetres spread.
And you do get little babies, don't you?
And yeah, you can propagate from offsets. So yeah, you can. Once you've got this, you shouldn't really have to get another one. You'll be able to get little babies.
Just that was a little bit different, that one.
Another
So
baby
it's
plant.
the Bromeliad bicolor, and it is only 1997 as well. Now, something that Bex and I both have, I was going to say bought. We did these as a set of 3, and I didn't want 3, so I gave you one, didn't I? But the feedback from you at home was, oh, we love the pink pampas, but could you do a single option? Yeah. Because a lot of gardens do not have the space for 2 or 3 of these. So we have got a single, or if you have got space, we have got a double up deal. So it's 1 for £9.99, postage included, or 2 for £14.98. But out of all of the pampases we have seen recently, we did not see any pink ones. And we are here in Lincolnshire, and there's a lot of gardens with pampas, isn't there? Loads, yeah.
Absolutely loads of gardens with pampas. And since we brought the pink pampas, I've been looking everywhere, and I have still not seen a pink pampas growing anywhere. So I am so thrilled, thank you, Shaun, that I have a pink pampas growing in my garden. So hopefully next year I'll get a few of these plumes on there, and in the coming years I'm going to get so many of those gorgeous, beautiful, bright pink plumes. Now, if you want pink, I think you need as much sun as possible, don't you?
And pampas do like sunny spots, but also they do need space, because this is we call them the queen of grasses, don't we?
Queen of grasses, and
look at them.
I want that in my garden. Now they grow quite tall. Those plumes can reach 2.5 metres in height, and the base of the plant will spread 1 metre, 1.5 metres even. So yes, you do need a bit of space. I've never seen a pampas growing in a container. I don't think it really lends itself to growing in a container.
Unless you've got a container as big as a hot tub.
Yeah, I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong, by all means, but I've never seen it, I've never heard of it.
No, I bought a pampas from Yew Garden a couple of years ago. First year it didn't do a huge amount. This summer it was amazing.
You said you got 2 or 3 the first year, and then the second year we're talking 14, 15.
No, I've got 17 in the end. I thought 14. So there's mine. So that's only a couple of years old. But it has made that corner.
Wow.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, it really softens the edges, doesn't it? In fact, that's what I've done. So I put it in the corner of the garden, because I've just got, bog standard rectangular garden, borders around the edges. So I've put mine into that corner, and it's really going to soften the edge of that corner so beautifully, just like yours has done there.
Now, do you know what I wish I'd done? You see how gorgeous the plumes are there?
Yeah.
I wish I'd cut them off just before they went over, because now they've gone over. But as a cut flower, because all you do is dry them out.
You hang them upside down, don't you? Yeah. Dry them out for a few weeks, that's it.
Yeah. And then I could have had those pretty much forever, and they look amazing in a vase, don't they?
Imagine having pink ones you can dry yourself.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Yes.
In fact, because you've got the two colours, you can mix them up, so you'll be able to do two.
I'm definitely doing
It's gonna look good.
that. I just left them a little bit long this year because I was enjoying them so much and they just went over slightly.
Yeah, next year you'll be on it.
But that is an amazing pampas. It really is.
I adore it.
And they are evergreen, so you've got a really nice plant there, even in the winter time. But in late summer, autumn, when you get the plumes, they are incredible.
Yeah, they last a long time as well.
Can't wait for ours next year.
I'm so excited!
Yes! That's been really popular recently, 561151. Now, we've also got a cracking deal on our ferns.
Yeah,
which
I love this collection.
Well, $6.99. They're down to the lowest price currently. 6 of these for I wanted to say $9.99 because that was the original price.
It was the price, wasn't it? But no, we're at $6.99 for these now. I just think this is one of the best collections that you can have for some of those more tricky spots in your garden. It's a real problem solver. I'm a big fan of ferns. I just think they're dead interesting, you know? The mixture that you get of colours, of the shapes of the foliage, of the textures of the foliage. I do adore them. And that's exactly what you're getting with this collection.
They're really easy.
They're so easy. You don't actually have to do anything to them. They don't even need pruning or anything, do they? I mean, you might cut off a couple of dead or...
So some of mine in the wintertime or springtime, I'll just cut off the dead leaves,
But that's about it. And with this collection, they're mostly evergreen. There's one, I think, in there that's sort of semi-evergreen. So depending on where you live, it might keep its leaves all year round. But these are evergreen, and you're getting that mixture of colours. And it was specially put together, really, carefully thought about and curated collection, so that you're getting the variety of colours, textures, and sizes included. Somewhere between sort of 50 centimetres and up to a metre or a metre and a half is the height we're talking about. And
they are great to fill in shady gaps.
Yeah, fantastic.
I've got a whole side of my garden that's a mixture. I've got things like acers, bamboo, grasses and ferns. And I have the ferns just in between the plants where if they weren't there, you just get weeds, basically.
Yeah, or you just get those twigs because they're deciduous trees, so it's great to mix ferns into those ones. Now, these are labelled, so you can see on here they are labelled A, B, C, D, E and F, and you have the names included on them as well. Now, that then corresponds, if I turn the mini greenhouse around, to, in the circles on the back here, look, there's the letter B. So you'll be able to see which one is which. You can then obviously look at the growth, the size that these will grow to. It's important. If you're planting them together, you want to know which one's going to grow taller than the other, so you plant that one at the back instead of hiding one because you planted the shortest one at the back. All the information is on the website for you, so we try and make things as easy as possible.
By the way, we've had lots of orders go through today, but the group chat's been a bit quiet, Bex.
Hasn't it?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so we would love you to
What questions can we ask today?
Questions, or just let us know what you're up to.
Yeah. What are you doing with your time? What are you cooking for Christmas dinner? Are you having turkey? Are you having chicken? Are you having beef? You're going
Maybe
out for Christmas. Or a trio. Ooh.
A trio?
I'm thinking about doing 2 meats this year. I normally do one because it's quite a hassle. But my dad's coming in, he loves a beef. Oh. So...
Yeah. But yeah, let us know what you're up to. And also, what are your favourites on the show today? Anything particular that has caught your eye?
Yeah, because we've got quite a lot of new stuff
What's your
today.
favourite, Bex?
Oh, the Venus flytrap. Yeah, I do like the Venus flytrap. I do also like the palm. I also like the weeping willow.
I like the weeping willow.
The weeping willow is kind of cool. Oh, and that rhododendron, the Bollywood.
I was going to say that's right. Yeah.
Is that your favourite?
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to buy that because I've got a few rhododendrons, but nothing like that.
This bad boy down here, which is the hydrangea, the glam rock.
Yes.
Quite like that one.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting.
Some
isn't
lovely
it?
things on the show. However, a few little really cheeky buys. Our lavender is still available at a buy one get one free. Lots of you have been ordering multiples of these.
Yeah,
so
it
normally,
still smells delicious.
Oh, it does.
I wonder if these need. I think these need a little water.
If your order is just below £30 right now, maybe you're paying £4.99 postage or £6.99 postage. These are great little basket filler to maybe get your order over £30. But lavender, we sometimes forget that lavender actually looks great all year round. Yes, you get the gorgeous scented flowers that are magnets for bees and butterflies, but the foliage is actually really nice, isn't it?
It's beautiful foliage.
Really
It's
is.
kind of this fine, feathery foliage that you get on it. And I quite like, you know, I'm a big fan of the glossy evergreen, but this has got that kind of dusky shade to it, a bit like the eucalyptus, actually. It's got that eucalyptus kind of colour to it. I think it's really, really beautiful. It smells glorious as well. You don't need the flowers for the. I mean, obviously, they smell beautiful in the summer months, but the foliage on here.
It does.
I could fall asleep right now.
If you just rub that, it's absolutely divine, actually.
I just think everybody should have lavender in their garden. Somewhere in their garden there should be 1 or 2 plants of lavender. I've got a beautiful border, like we're showing you in the picture, you know, down one side of my driveway. It's absolutely gorgeous. I will find a video. I will find a picture. Stu's saying he doesn't believe me.
I believe you, because I've been to your garden.
I will send you a picture so we can show it. And it's gorgeous. The amount of bees and butterflies that are hopping around that throughout the whole of the summer, June, July, August, September, 4 months. June, July, August, September, you get at least 4 months worth of flowers you get from it.
And I remember I planted lavender from Yew Garden a few years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. I planted it late November. And I remember doing it. And honestly, now it looks amazing. It's looked really good for 2 years. And the amount of bees and butterflies. So these, I did 2 formal borders. I always wanted a formal border. So did those 2 at the front of the house. And they're big. I'm not being funny. They're big borders. And when I first put the lavender in, there were lots of gaps, obviously. But within a couple of years, just a mass of lavender. And this fragrance, I cannot describe how wonderful it was in summer when you walked past those borders and you saw the bees, the butterflies, but then got that incredible fragrance as well.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, just gorgeous. And it is today a buy one, get one free, so they're working out £2 each, basically.
I know, that's a definite basket filler,
and do you
isn't
know,
it?
even if you just buy the lavender today, you still would get your free gift, the Tête Bouclé 15 bulbs, which are worth £9.99. And Bex, you found it.
That's my lavender.
That does look impressive, actually.
Press play.
That looks great.
I was trying to catch all the bees
Wow,
and
so
things
you have
there.
got a full border of it,
It's
haven't
a
you?
proper full border, and that's about, I mean, it's several years old. I did that probably 7 years ago. Every year without fail. Every year without fail, it just comes back. It's so beautiful.
I'm with you. Everyone should have lavender. Just a few little tips. Does like a really sunny spot.
Yes, as much sun as you can get on it, really. I mean, that's the front of my house, so it gets morning sun, and then it gets 3 or 4 hours. So it's not the most sun, but it still does
really
beautifully.
well.
The more sun you get on it, the more flowers you'll get, and the longer lasting the flowers will be.
And it does do relatively even in poor soil, but it doesn't like really wet, cold soil, we should say.
No, that's true. No.
So well drained, ideally, but great in pots as well. And it's a buy one, get one free today at just £3.99. And even if you're just spending £4 with us, you'll still get your free gift worth £9.99.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, who's going for the Diablos? Elaine, good girl.
Elaine, good choice. Hang on.
Elaine got the boxwoods as well, didn't she? I'm sure it was Elaine that was saying
Elaine's
about
got
the
a
boxwoods.
lot of planters.
I like it.
And they look good together.
I'm a big fan of the pots.
So Elaine's one of our regulars, by the way, and yeah, she's gone for these today, which I went for.
Very good.
They're really nice.
I haven't got those yet. Maybe I should add those to an order.
Well, they're on such a good deal today as well. It's 2 for $14.99. Diablo round planters.
£7.50 each, and they're a really good size, and they look expensive,
If I was doing a bit of acting, I could say, oh, it's so heavy. Just hold on. But, oh, God, Bex, just take the weight of that. Because they're not heavy at all. I'm just trying to get my acting juices going for the pantomime I'm in on Friday. Stu just said, oh, no, you're not.
Don't quit your day job, eh?
No. I'm actually quite good as the ugly sister.
I'm sure you are. I am sure you are. Right, shall we move on to our beautiful Gaura?
Yes.
In my top 10, I think, of all the plants that we brought so far, that's how much I adore Gaura. It's beautiful. Real sort of wildflower, cottage garden.
And this is what it looked like on one of our shows in the summer, well, late summer actually, September.
It was beautiful.
And you describe them as little butterflies, don't you?
I do. You get these little pink flowers. I mean, they're not tiny, but smaller pink flowers on there, but they just look like they're floating above the foliage. It does look like what do you call a bunch of butterflies? A herd of butterflies? A kaleidoscope of butterflies? Is that a correct term? Genuinely?
Did you not know that, Bex?
I didn't. Oh, shut up. You didn't know that either. You didn't know
I didn't
that.
know that.
It's like a kaleidoscope of butterflies. That have just landed on the top of that beautiful foliage, and the way that it moves as well, just a little gentle breeze going on. It's captivating. That's why I love the Gaura.
Great for the middle of a border, but they do work really well. I've got mine with my lavender actually, and they look really nice.
I bet actually.
Yeah, they look really good.
That will sit nicely above the lavender. These are going to reach about, I mean, they can get up to 70, 80 centimetres in height. So yeah, that would look gorgeous. That would just dancing above the lavender.
And I will be honest, mine looked quite a little bit straggly when it got to springtime last year, so I chopped it right back.
Oh yeah.
And it just came, did that.
That'll beautifully encourage these to come through. In fact, we did do that with the Gaura a little while ago. And actually, because we've had a bit of a mild time, we've got flowers that are starting to come back on here. That shouldn't be happening, but never mind, it doesn't matter. But you will get flowers on here for a really long season as well. So normally from around May and then all the way through to September is where you'll have these beautiful flowers on there.
And such a great deal today. Again, it's buy one for $9.99, double up for an extra $5, you get two. But free delivery on those as well. And they're 560775. God, do you know, I've just seen the time. We're only live today till 12:30.
Afraid so.
Yes, sorry, but we're recording some special shows in the afternoon that you can stream over Christmas.
Yeah.
At your leisure.
Yeah.
Right, going to go back to some of your favourites over here.
Let's
do it. And I tell you what, no surprises. The variegated holly. 2 for $4.99 today. These are just gorgeous. They look really nice now, but imagine as they grow and in a couple of years covered in berries, they're going to look spectacular.
They really are, aren't they? I love the variegated variety.
I do.
You know, the margins that you get on there with that lovely creamy colour and then that glossy evergreen centre to the variegation, I just think is really interesting. And they will produce those beautiful berries for you throughout the autumn months and into winter as well. Totally hardy, fully hardy. What did you describe them as? Bulletproof.
Yes.
Yeah,
they are.
They really are.
So I live in a very exposed garden in the middle of the countryside, really strong winds sometimes. And, you know, when there's a gale, there's a real gale in our garden. So certain things, when I first moved in, I must admit, I was like, oh my word, this garden's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because on a bad day, a plant could get destroyed because of the imagine severe winds, and on a hot day, if it's windy, it's like a massive giant hairdryer just going. But when it's cold, but this has been there. I've got one of these that has been there for decades, and it must be about 9 foot, 10 foot high, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
and it always looks good actually.
Yeah, and they grow quite luscious and thick as well, don't they? They get really full and beautiful. They're going to be great for cutting off to create decorations over the winter months. If you want to create those festive feels in your garden or making your own wreaths and things in your home or making your own wreaths, you'll be able to do that with this.
I always cut off some branches of mine and just, I'm not...
You can just drape them,
Yeah, I was going to say,
you don't have to do much.
I don't have the time to do something really creative, but I do just put branches on the mantel shelf and things like that.
Or just on windowsills and things.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks really festive. Or even just, you know, into vases. Yeah. That gives that festive feel. But yeah, you'll have your own supply of that with these.
Yeah. But also, just for the winter, they'd look great as a centrepiece in a pot.
Yeah.
So we are doing a spectacular deal on that today.
Could you do that with your hellebores? You could, couldn't you?
Yeah.
That, and then the hellebores around the edge of them, like we did with the Cordylines. Yeah. That'd look really nice.
And they're working out $2.50 each.
I mean,
I know.
All right, that's all we needed to say actually. $2.50 each.
Yeah, they're normally $9.99 each. So if you were to double up on another day of the week, you could be paying £20 for two of those. Today, it's $4.99 for two.
Amazing.
We've enjoyed our December shows, haven't we,
It's a quarter of the usual price, basically. Wow.
A lot of our regulars have been saying what good deals we've had.
I know.
We always give you, I think you'll agree, we always give you great value, but some really good ones right now. And then the gardenia, this is the world's first hardy gardenia. So I remember having gardenia as a houseplant as a child, loved them, But these are for outdoors. They're fully hardy.
First hardy gardenia,
Yeah.
hardy down to -10, glossy evergreen beauties. Nice compact size on these as well. These don't get out of hand. We're only talking about maybe 2 feet height by the same sort of spread. So if you wanted to keep these in a pot, which I think would be great because of the gorgeous scent you'll get from these flowers, I think these are pot plants, then that'll be fine. But likewise, you could happily put these into a bit of a mixed border and have that glossy evergreen going on. But yeah, it's that scent, isn't it, from the flowers, the white flowers that you get on here, but it's that centre. It just looks like somebody's taken a cotton and needle and cotton to it and they've stitched something in there because it just looks so pretty. Look at the centres of them. They're so interesting. But the fragrance that you get from the gardenia is incredible. It's very heady.
Yes, that's a good description, yeah.
Very beautiful fragrance that's often used in perfumes because it's that good. Yeah, it's that swirl. Look at that, it's so pretty. But today is even better value because we are doing a double up deal here. So you can get a second well-established plant in a 2-litre pot for just £1.99 more. So if you are looking for Christmas gifts, which I think a lot of you are, judging on how many people are going for this little thing over here, this would be a great Christmas gift, wouldn't it? A really inexpensive Christmas gift.
We're working out £7.50 each, aren't they?
£7.50 each, or you're buying one for yourself and the other one you're buying an amazing gift for £2 for somebody and they'll think you've spent a load more.
And because they're hardy, and that you can see that word is in the description, as we've said, they will come with the YouGarden lifetime guarantee. So if they don't do great, let us know. We will replace them free of charge. All you'd pay is the postage.
That's it.
But, hello.
I want this one.
These are rather fascinating.
They are, aren't they?
And they are the in plant at the moment. There's been there's a particular advert on the TV
I love this.
using these. Yeah, shows this lot. So it comes with
Snap. Snap.
So if you've got children, grandchildren, I know a lot of you will be grandparents. If you want to get the children into gardening, what a great plant. Because I think children would be fascinated by this.
I think they will be
I was a child, were you?
Yeah, well, yeah. I think they're so interesting, aren't they? Carnivorous plants. A plant that's going to eat all the flies and things that buzz around in your home. How fascinating is that?
So,
look at this.
This is what happens. So that stick there is pretending to be a fly. Inside each one of the traps is some micro hairs, and when the fly actually touches those 2 or 3 times in quick succession, the trap will close on it, and that will then start to basically produce special liquids that will digest the fly. That's how the plant feeds.
It's incredible.
Yeah, really.
So the reason it does it 2 or 3 times is so that it doesn't unnecessarily close if it was just like falling debris or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's clever how it's sort of evolved to do that.
And these are naturally find these in swamps in America, for example.
Yeah, they're like moist areas. So in the wintertime it does sort of go a little bit dormant. So over the winter months you're gonna water it less than you would be in the summer. It wants to be fed from the bottom. Sorry, it wants to be watered from the bottom. So you're going to sit this in a tray of water about 1 centimetre deep. And over the winter months, you need that tray to completely dry out before you refill it. In the summer months, you just keep that tray full. And that's kind of it, really. It wants a sunny spot, and then you just leave it to do its thing.
But don't feed it normally. When I say normally, don't use blooming fast or anything like that. Not at all. It's carnivorous. It will feed on insects and flies. And actually, in the summer months,
I want one.
What a great plant to have. There's nothing worse than flies buzzing around in the kitchen, is there?
I know.
When you're trying to cook.
Yeah, I'm going to get one.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, I'm going to get one for my little... Oh, hello. I'm going to get one for my... Hi.
So our robotic camera went rather crazy there.
Went mental, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Was that Stu trying to tell us to move on? There's your Venus flytrap.
Right, yes.
Down £5.
Well done, Bex. Now, also... The compost, really popular as ever. And if you have run out of compost right now, if you get a little bit short, we are still doing the offer where you get 100 litres for £24.98. Postage is included. Club members, you get £2.50 off, don't forget. So you'll get it for the best part of £22.50. And it's the best-selling product of all time here at YouGarden.
Yeah, of all time. And You Garden have been here for a long, long time, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been here in this particular nursery for over a decade.
Yep.
They've been on the TV channels for the best part of 2 decades.
Yep.
And if you've never tried this, I know we get new viewers every single show. We would love you to try it because we honestly believe it will improve your gardening literally overnight.
Well, we've seen big results, haven't we? Like, I still need to repot, and I've got my compost coming. I can do my yucca. I can sort my yucca out. But even houseplants, you know, I've repotted some houseplants that they weren't doing great, and all of a sudden, wow, they're really doing great again.
I'm going to have to get a drink.
Go and get a drink. You're fine.
Tickly throat.
So you do see a big difference with this so quickly, and as I say, not just in your garden, but in your houseplants as well. And it's very much to do with the texture that you're getting with this, first of all. So as you can see, when I'm moving my hands through this, look at the beautiful texture. Look how well composted this is. There is a beautiful light and airy texture that goes on with this. Now, the reason that is so important is because these are roots. Roots are able to get in here. They're able to grow, spread, move around, breathe even. And that helps them to form a really strong root structure. Now, a strong root structure basically means bigger, better, healthier plants. In summary, that is what you'll get.
And actually, you can see there, although the plants above the actual compost look similar, when you look at the roots, what a difference our premium professional compost has made. And having strong roots like that, wow, what a difference that's going to make to how quickly your plant grows, or the size of the plant, and how many shoots and flowers. If it's a fruit or vegetable, bigger yields, of course, bigger crops.
Absolutely. Or if we've got, did you say this already? If you've got changing weather conditions.
I didn't actually. I was thinking it.
When you've got really hot summers or really wet, autumns and winters, that can be stressful for a plant. Yeah. So if it's got a strong root structure, hopefully it's going to be able to deal with that better. I
mean, I'm thinking back to not last summer, but the summer before, when it was, it didn't rain
really hot, wasn't it?
Yeah, didn't rain for about 2 months. Yeah. So any plant that's got better roots is going to search out that moisture and that water so much better, isn't it?
Absolutely. So that's the texture, which is important for root development and structure. But the texture is made up of all of the ingredients, but one key one is this composted wood fibre that you can see running through here. Now that really gives it this kind of light, airy texture, but it also helps with even water distribution. It helps with water retention as well. It holds on to the moisture that's in there. Right, what else have we got? We've got slow release fertiliser. So there's just one of the little green balls. Clean it off so you can see. There's one of the green balls. You can see loads of them running through this compost as I move it around. Now that is going to feed your plants. And slow release is great, isn't it? Because it feeds them as and when they need it. So we don't stop feeding our plants. We still give them their blooming fast. We still give them their water-based feed. But that is really important. And
that will feed them for up to 6 months of the year. You've also got lime in there, haven't you?
Lime balances out the pH, so this is what makes it an all-round compost, something that you can use for the majority of things in your garden and in your home as well. The only exceptions would be your ericaceous loving plants like your rhododendrons, azaleas, blueberries, those sorts of things.
It is such a great compost, and over the years we've had thousands of 5-star reviews. Now, it is a professional compost. We actually use it here in the nursery.
Yeah, I was looking earlier.
And there are 11 acres of plants here, so anything that we grow or anything that's been grown on here will be in this compost. So you imagine the amount of plants that have been grown in this compost just here at Yew Garden alone. The bags, by the way, because it's a commercial product, they're plain. There's no marketing spiel or anything like that on it. Compost is a big business, you know, and there are so many different varieties out there. And if you read the packets, quite often the way compost is marketed, it'll have things on it saying, "Oh, with added so and so, and this miracle ingredient and that." When you actually look at the back and you see how much of that magical ingredient is in there, quite often it's a very small amount. There's a lot of great marketing spiel on bags of compost. We don't need to do that. This is a real thing. It is a premium professional compost. It's our top selling product of all time, $24.98, and we deliver it straight to your door as well.
It's great, isn't it?
I hate lugging. Well, I very rarely obviously buy compost from garden centres. Occasionally we both had to if we run out, which is really annoying.
And I've always been disappointed.
Same here.
Every time. And the biggest disappointment I had the last time was twofold. First of all, I opened the bag up and it really smelled. It smelled horrible and dank.
Yeah.
But the second one was massive chunk, and I am not exaggerating, massive, great big chunks of solid twig and stuff that hadn't been properly composted.
Yeah.
So annoying.
And sometimes you even get. Have you ever opened a bag of compost and there's lots of white kind of fungal stuff going on and things like that?
It doesn't look good, does it?
No. But we know that over the years, this has made so many of you so happy. And it is for everything pretty much in your garden, everything we say from seeds all the way through to trees as well. But yeah, the only other time I have had to buy compost from a garden centre, a big store, it's just not a pleasant experience.
No,
it's not easy, is it? We deliver it all straight to your door. And we could do it in a big bag, 100 litres, but actually, again, from your feedback, a lot of you said, oh, you like the handy size. 50 litres is just a lot easier to carry,
Yeah,
isn't
much
it?
easier. Much easier to move around. It gets delivered in a box as well, so if you are multi-ordering, you can stack them till you're ready to use them.
But can we say thank you so much to everyone that's watching today? We're only live today till 12:30 because
22 minutes left.
Yes, we're recording some special shows in the afternoon. But let's remind you of some of the brilliant deals that we've got today live here, of course, on New Garden TV. Now those Cordyline can-cans, they are amazing, aren't they? I mean, the size of these.
I want them.
Well, 2 for tenner. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Now, it is called can-can. It's a really wonderful multicoloured cordyline. So a lot more interesting than many other varieties out there. And you've got the pinks and the greens and the creams all in the one cordyline. Love the shape of the cordyline because as that grows, you'll get the stem and you get all the foliage on top. An ideal. Yes, it'll look great in beds and borders, but they look fantastic in pots as well. But it's a buy one, get one free today at just £9.99, 680248. Now, we also brought you that stunning Escallonia, and this is the variety known as pink elle. So it's a nice compact plant. In summer, it will be covered in hundreds, if not thousands, of these pink flowers that form together in groups in a cone-like shape. I mean, I think it is just so pretty, don't you? And I love the foliage on this one. It's got really nice evergreen foliage. Again, it's going to be great in beds and borders, but also is very, very happy in pots. And we have got some great pots, don't forget, on the show. Some really good deals with our pots today. 510545 for the Escallonia Pink Elle. Something weird and wonderful, almost from out of space, this one. It's the bromeliad bicolor hardy. It's 1997, so it looks like a kind of weird and wonderful grass, but when it flowers, look at that. That lilacly mauvey coloured flower that is then surrounded by the red into the green. Absolutely amazing. This one is hardy. We say hardy down to about -5, but also it does require a sunny spot. I've had this myself in my past garden and it never flowered, and I realised it was in too much shade, so it really does like a sunny spot. But if you've got a bit of a Mediterranean area to your garden and you want to create that, this would be absolutely perfect. £10 off today and postage is included. 560 100 is the number for the bromeliad there. Then one of Bex's favourites, it's the Gaura Siskiyou Pink. A double up deal, 1 for £9.99 with postage included, or you can double up and go for 2 for £14.98. A lovely summer flowering plant, this one. Gorgeous flowers. On the top, I say tall stems, about 60, 70 centimetres. Again, really likes the sunny spots. Very easy to grow. And I've got one of these in my garden, and I can honestly say it flowered all summer long. It looked really, really pretty. 560775 is your item for the Gaura Siskiyou Pink. Then we brought you, wow, what an incredible grass this is. The queen of grasses. It is our pink pampas. Now, pampas grasses, as many of you will know, they do grow big, so you do need space for this one. They can grow up to 2 metres high. and they can be several feet in terms of their width as well. But they do make it, I mean, I've seen pampas grasses as centerpieces in lawns. They will fill a bed and border. They are evergreen, but when it comes to late summer, autumn, you're going to get these amazing plumes. The difference with this one is those plumes will be pink. And I tell you what, you've probably noticed if you've, I don't know, been to any hotels, restaurants, upmarket areas, a lot of the commercial properties near me have actually got big displays of these in vases, and they look fabulous. So yes, you can dry the plumes. So just before they go over, snip them off, dry them out, upside down in a greenhouse or a nice sort of warm area, and then you can have them as displays for many, many years to come. You can actually pay up to about £10 for a plume in some of the garden centres. It's become really, really popular. And you've got that at £9.99, postage included, or you can double up and go for two for £14.98, 561151. And then very quickly, don't forget we are clearing stock of the ceanothus today. This is one of the most spectacular spring flowering shrubs that you could ever imagine. With ceanothus, you do tend to get just a carpet of colour. You know, some plants you might just get a few flowers on various stems. Not with this, you get a carpet of colour. It is evergreen as well, so it looks really nice all year round. But in the springtime, it steals the show. And it will flower around about April, May time. You might sometimes get a second flourish in autumn as well. But that is actually better than half price today, £6.99. I do love that one, don't you?
It's really lovely.
Yes.
Every garden should have a ceanothus.
Totally agree. And it will grow very nicely in a pot as well, of course. But we've got some other reduced priced pots for you right now. And these, I always say in winter time, sometimes you want bright coloured pots, don't you?
Love these.
Yes.
Absolutely love these. So you are getting all four. There is the orange, there is the yellow, there is the pink, and there is the bright red colours included. Can I just show you the price on the bottom of there?
So what are they normally then?
Because that normally says £4.99 for one
and actually,
of them.
That does make sense because the RRP for 4 is £19.99.
Yep.
Yeah, £20 for 4. Today, you're going to get 4 for £9.99. Now, I've actually got these.
So have I.
I got them when I bought my hardy gerberas.
Gerberas. In fact, I was just looking at the pictures and I should have sent them to Stuart. So yes, I got 3 colours with the gerberas.
Yes, yeah.
And it was brilliant because we had, I can't remember, we had an orange, a yellow and a red gerbera. I did not put them in the matching pot though.
Did you not?
I put the red gerbera in the orange and the orange gerbera in the yellow and the yellow gerbera in the red.
I think that's
something like that.
It's a bit wacky.
It looked awesome.
Well,
it was so good.
I always put these out at winter time. There's an area in my garden that I just need to brighten up, and they look fantastic.
They really do, because you get these beautiful bright colours with them. It's just a great price for you today. I mean, you know, 4 of those. Very versatile. You can use them for so many different things.
And they're only £9.99. 130327.
Great.
We've got some really good pots, haven't we?
Nice size as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
Look at those.
And then another one, if they're a bit too bright, because we all like different things.
I understand that.
You might be sat going, oh no, that's too bright for me. We have got this alternative. These are a bit bigger. You get 3. These are the Prisma, 12-inch, £6.97 for 3. I love these.
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting colour mix that you've got going on there. They're more pastel shades, aren't they? The pink, the green, the purple, slightly larger as well, so 12-inch diameter. They've all got the drainage holes on the bottom there as well, slightly raised too, which is really important for your drainage in actual fact. But they've got a lovely design on the outside of those. I've got these as well. I've got them in the green. I was using that for my hostas over the summer months, and they looked absolutely beautiful in there. But that is an incredible price as well, because that's not each. That is for all 3 of them. There is no colour choice here. You get all 3 of those for £6.97.
And we should say, if you go on the website, they'll come up at a higher price.
Yes.
But don't forget, if you use our special code today, which is the big 50, YGTV50, all the extra discounts will kick in, and you get your free bulbs.
Indeed.
The Tech Boucle as well.
I was doing quite well with that.
You were doing quite well.
Never mind.
They were one of the top sellers last week.
They were,
Yeah.
and you can see why, can't you? Like you say, it's that splash of colour that we're lacking a little bit in the winter. Obviously, we try to bring you as much winter interest at this time of year and what will look good at this time of year, but obviously there's less colour in your garden over the winter months than there are in the summer, and this is a way of adding that pop of colour.
You might even, if you like your symmetry, you might even want to go for 2 lots of those.
Oh, that would be good, yeah.
And you get 2 lots for less than £14 as
very
well.
good.
Now, also, something that Bex bought.
I got these!
And these are normally £8.99 each. But we've taken £3 off, and we're doing a buy one get one free.
Yeah.
And I think these are really cute.
I think they're so interesting. They're so lovely.
Yeah,
you can make them festive as well. I mean, we've planted them up with the hellebores, which are obviously the Christmas rose. So these have a festive feel. You could wrap some twinkly lights around the trellis bit on here. You've got the robin at the top, which obviously, you know, we associate robin with Christmas time. So this could be a festive feel, but actually this is just going to look fantastic all year round, isn't it? You can plant spring bulbs in here, tulips in here. Your free gift, your tete bouclés would work beautifully in here. Or as we're suggesting, maybe the hellebores as well. And this is what I've done. I've got the hellebores, bought myself some compost, got myself these pots, and my son is going to plant up both of these. One of them's going to one grandma and the other's going to the other grandma.
Is he actually going to plant them up?
Yeah, I'm going to make him do it.
Oh, good.
It's a gift from him.
Good.
He's not the one that's into the gardening, it's the other one, but I'm going to make him do it.
Well, it'll only take 5 minutes,
It
won't
won't take long at
But
all.
they are on, if you haven't got them yet, they are amazing. Now, obviously, all of our offers are for a limited time.
They are,
So do bear that in mind.
Yeah.
So right now, it's a buy one, get one free, and you've got £3 off as well. You'd normally pay nearly £18 for 2.
Yeah.
So do bear that in mind.
They'll last you a long time.
Yeah.
Remember, they're plastic, UV stabilised, lightweight. They will last you for many, many years to come.
I wish we had longer today.
I know, I'm sorry. We've only got 10 minutes left and we've got
That's
several
gone
things
far
to show
too
you.
fast. So we're going to quickly squeeze a few extra things in. The Fatsia, the castor oil plant.
I love this.
Is down to £11.99. Doesn't it look so good as well? Bear in mind it's
beautiful.
December.
It's beautiful, and this is what I love so much about this. You've got these massive, huge palm-shaped leaves on here. I just think they're stunning. They're glossy, they're evergreen. They pretty much look amazing all year round. They are evergreen.
Yes.
They are winter hardy. I mean, they might droop a little. Oh. Sorry. They might
It's
droop a
fine,
little bit
it's
when the
fine.
frost gets
Yeah.
it, but then it'll, you know, it's absolutely fine. And it just looks luscious all year round.
And a mature plant does flower actually this time of year. Mine's in flower now.
Yeah, and they look beautiful. You get some really weird, odd-looking flowers.
They're like
They're
that.
great
There you go.
looking. I love them so much. And it loves shade. It doesn't mind a shady spot at all. And it doesn't mind a bit of clay soil either. So, you know, clay, as much as it is nutritious, there's lots of things that don't like growing in it. Apparently, this is happy.
But it is finding other types of soils
It is.
as well. But a great buy today. That is at £11.99 for the Fatsia japonica, known as, of course, the castor oil plant. And then really quickly, we have also got £50 off our rose standards. So they're normally £20 each. You get all 4 colours today, working out at $7.50 each at $29.96. You've got these, haven't you?
I have. I got them just last year, and in the first year, this is what they looked like. So that was taken relatively early on in the season. You can see how many clusters of little rose flowers that are on there, but also just check out how many buds you can see. This thing just flowered freely, constantly, all the way through the summer months. I got wave upon wave of these roses clusters coming on here, and you're getting all 4 of them included: the red, the yellow, the pink and the white. Very easy to care for, and that is what you will get first year.
And actually, if you're thinking which planters would these look good in,
yeah, these ones.
Yeah, we think the Diablos for
Totally
these. I mean, the
think
choice
the
is yours,
Diablos.
and there's lots of other planters on our website, but these are such good value. Elaine's got hers today.
Well done, Elaine.
1 for £11.99. I'm sure Elaine went for 2.
Of course she did.
Of course she did.
She must have done.
No, Elaine, she might have gone for 4, hadn't she? But it is 2 for £14.99. 130,390. Now, one of the bulbs that I always grew with my mum as a child, Amaryllis. And I still love them now.
I love the Amaryllis. Yeah, it's really, really beautiful. I've just put it up here for you because you can see that this is a really big, decent-sized Amaryllis bulb that we're talking about here. So that means hopefully what you're going to get from that is a hopefully at least 2 shoots.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of some Amaryllis bulbs only produce 1 stem, but with it being, as Bexa said, a large bulb, you should get 1 either side, hopefully. Postage is included. If you've never grown an Amaryllis, dead simple. Doesn't need a big pot. We said about 20 centimetres, something like that. Keep the top third of the bulb above the compost. So that is very, very important. The top third of the bulb needs to be above the compost. Water around the edge. Do not water directly on the bulb. Put it in a nice sunny spot, and then in a few weeks, you'll start to get the stems appearing.
It happens quite quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's the beautiful thing with this. This isn't like you have to wait 6 months for it to actually come up. It really does come quite quickly.
Once you put it in compost and water it, yeah, it does happen really quickly.
Yeah.
And literally the stems every day they can grow an inch or so.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I've got one, and I'm going to plant it out. I'm excited because I don't ever remember growing an Amaryllis, so I'm quite excited about doing it. And they can get quite tall as well. They can get up to 50 centimetres in height, can't they? So it's absolutely perfect for a sunny windowsill. I know exactly. Mine's going on the kitchen windowsill. That's where it's going to go. So excited.
You love that.
And you need to turn it, don't you?
Yeah, otherwise it might
lean.
Yeah, because it grows so quickly.
Lovely.
But £9.99 including postage, and you'll get your free gift with every single order as well. Now the mushroom kit, we have now sold out of the large kit. The 7.5 litre has sold out. We have still got the 3 litre at £9.99 with postage included. And we were saying earlier, still a great little Christmas gift, this one, isn't it?
Love this idea as a Christmas gift. Yeah, I think it's...
I do.
Anything that you can grow your own is great. But the beautiful thing about this one, a bit like your Amaryllis, is that you'll get fairly quick results. So I've got one of these kits and I'm growing my mushrooms at home. Within 4 weeks, I was growing mushrooms. There were actual mushrooms showing on there. I've picked them. I've eaten some already. There's still some in the fridge. I'm doing pizza again tonight, so I'm going to chop some up to go on my pizza tonight. It's exciting, and if you're looking for an extra little stocking filler gift for a kid or for anybody, I think this is a great one.
And I've never grown mushrooms, but I have to say, reading the instructions, they are so it's really easy, isn't it?
This is how it comes to you. There's a little sleeve here, so this comes off, and then you've got the kit inside, and there is instructions included in there as well. This is your kit here.
I'm going to get my nieces this because they're not really into gardening.
No, but this is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, and they both love mushrooms.
Yeah. So you'll go through all the instructions, but that's your colonised compost and your container, and then you've got your topsoil on there as well. But as I said, within 4 weeks, I had mushrooms growing. I was picking and eating mushrooms.
And did they taste better than the supermarket ones?
They totally taste.
Really?
Anything that you grow yourself.
Yeah.
I just think you get this sense of achievement, and you can taste that.
Cool. So great little Christmas gift, that one.
Really
Try and
good.
get the kids involved. 161138. They have been selling really quickly, so we have now sold out of the big kit, but the 3 litre is still a really good size.
Yeah, it's a really good size. And also, forgot to say, you do get multiple crops from this as well. So you get up to 3 lots of crops. You'll start seeing mushrooms gathering around the edges to start with, and then it starts to fill out through the entire container, but you'll get multiple crops.
161138. Also, very quickly, I know some of you have been ordering the Caryopteris.
It still looks amazing.
This has looked good for weeks now, hasn't it?
Such a long time. Again, I've still... So I've got this.
You've got one, haven't you?
I've got one. It's sat in the pot on the table outside. I haven't planted it out yet, but it's just sitting there having a lovely time. And it is still the thing I'm looking at there, and it is drawing my attention. It still looks absolutely beautiful. On a sunny day, the purple, the bright metallic purple clusters of berries you get on there, they do just shine. The other day when it was raining and there was drips of water falling off it, it looks absolutely stunning. And this is where I think it's probably at its best, you know?
I agree.
Bare branches with these clusters of metallic berries, but obviously you do get the foliage on there. You do get these little pink flowers on there as well.
But in the December months, November, December, once the leaves have dropped,
that's what you've got.
Spectacular.
That a bit like the Ceanothus in April, May is going to be the thing you look at in the border. The Calicarpa in November, December is the thing that will draw your attention.
Are you tempted to put some little twinkly lights on yours?
Yeah, it'd look amazing. Yeah. It would look amazing.
So height-wise, these can go, what, about 2 metres?
Yeah, they can get really tall. So we are talking up to 2 metres probably in height, probably, you know, metre 20, 3-4 feet spread. They don't have to get that big if you haven't got the space for it. You could prune it back, you can trim it back, you could keep it in a pot quite happily. I definitely want it at its full growth. I'm going to try and find... It wants sun, though. That's the problem for me. It wants a sunny spot. So I'm going to try and get it in a sunny spot somewhere because I want to see that at full size.
And I think that would be a great Christmas gift. It's the premium one that we do, so it arrives in a bigger
that purple pot.
Yeah, in the purple one. So it all matches
colour
as
matching.
well. Right, we are nearly out of time, so we're finishing a little bit early today.
We are, so we've only got 3 more minutes left.
Yes, but we are back tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll hopefully bring in some other stuff as well, because there was a few things we haven't been able to get to today.
Yes, so we certainly will.
Hopefully we'll bring some new things in
tomorrow. So do join us tomorrow at 10. And don't forget, you can order after the show, you can order anything off the website. So there's lots of Christmas gifts still there. There's some clearance items, sale items, whatever. But when you check out, always use our code YGTV50 today, because that will unlock any promotions. And you'll also get a bag of free bulbs, the Tête Bouclée.
Yes.
That gorgeous, really unusual narcissi, 15 of those with every single separate order. But we're going to go back to, I'm not surprised you've loved this.
You can see why, can't you? Everyone's feeling festive at the minute, aren't they?
Are, and these are normally £9.99 each, but you're getting 2 for £5 today.
Yes, it's basically 25%. Sorry, it's basically a 75% discount, isn't it? You're paying a quarter of the price for what you would normally pay for both of these. Totally, fully festive feel that you're getting. I love the variegation, that bright kind of cream margin that you get with that, and that glossy evergreen beauty in the centre. You will get the gorgeous red berries on here as well. It is totally hardy. Bulletproof, as Shaun says. You're not going to have to worry about growing this one at all. Even though it has its lifetime guarantee from us, I don't think you'll ever need to use it with that.
But just amazing. And I've got this variety in my garden, and it looks great all year round, but it is really nice at Christmas when you can take some branches off and decorate the home.
I love that
really
idea.
Nice.
You don't have to be very creative, as we've said. You can literally just cut some branches off and stick them in a vase. That looks festive.
But if you are creative, I've got a friend, Lynn Burrows, and she's done lots of courses on wreath making. And
I bet she has, actually.
And she always takes some of my holly and makes some wonderful things with it.
I'd love to have a go at that.
I know. When we're older and have got time back.
Exactly.
511458. But we're going to leave you the details of this hungry little plant.
Excuse me.
It's the big Venus flytrap. This is the must-have plant this Christmas. It really is. There's a lot of advertising on TV using the Venus flytraps. It is the must-have Christmas gift if you've got children in your family. Or, do you know what I think? Some of my friends are really just difficult to buy for now, particularly the guys.
Yeah.
I think that's just really interesting.
Yeah.
And just to show you know what happens, look, see those flies?
Snap. Snap. I love it.
So inside the actual traps is some micro hairs. As the flies and insects touch those 2 or 3 times in succession, the traps close. They'll stay closed for about 10 to 12 days as that fly is digested and feeds the plant. And I just think, I mean, it's really fun.
It is fun.
But also, on a practical note, to get rid of flies in your home.
I love that idea.
Yeah, I do.
I am totally getting this. Yeah. You need to feed it. You don't need to feed it at all.
No.
Don't feed it. You need to water it from the bottom, and you need to water it with rainwater, not with tap water. Those are the tips for success when it comes to your Venus flytrap.
And all of the plants and products do have some great web descriptions as well. So if you ever forget where it goes, what to do with a certain plant, on our website, you've got every single bit of information that you need. Now, we are back tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, so we will see you there. Keep those orders coming in. Don't forget, free delivery when you spend over £30. And your free gift today is the Tête Bouclée. And gorgeous bulbs.
Always enter that code YGTV50 so that you can get those free gifts and unlock any of the deals that we've got for you.
That went far too quickly for my life.
Didn't it?
So thank you so much, you lovely people. We'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Thank you, Bex.
Thank you very much.
Take care and have a lovely day.
Bye.
See you soon.